track bills. If you ain't talking money, then I don't want to talk.
Still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Treat them like jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Then I'm still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Treat them like jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Treat them like jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Then I'm still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Treat them like jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Treat them like jack boys, catch them slipping and slam.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the We-On-Loc Nation channel. And I'm only going to be here for a few minutes, and I don't know who did what to my light settings, but I'm going to kill them. Okay, I guess this is deep as this is going to get. I'm going to light a fire in them. But anyway, I've heard some things. I mean, I've gotten back with the person, but the person has gotten back with me on a personal setting. But needless to say, where the hell is Brownie's channel? I was gonna do some more promoting, but seems like her channel was nowhere to be found. So it could have been one or two things. One, she either got tired of it, which I don't think that would be the case, or she just got tired of people. Either she got tired of people, or she got tired of certain elements or whatever, and she just said, screw it, I'm just going to delete the channel. Or somebody reported her, hey Tanya, how was the funeral and everything? How was the funeral? Wish fair blessings, peace and blessings to Tanya and her family. But I was wondering what the hell happened to Brownie Ellie. Good good person, good personality, good friend. I don't know what had happened. Like I said, there's the worst case scenario, somebody flagged her so many times that nearly she just they just took her channel, or she just deleted it. Either one, or somebody said something stupid, like they always say something stupid on her channel. So about her, about her channel, whatever, whatever, whatever. I hope she bounces back. If in the shouts out to Brownie Ellie. Oh, it's this Thursday. Oh, it's this Thursday. Okay. All right. Um to another YouTuber. I I I must I hate to stress this, but there are this is it's this is too many how can I say this? How can I say this with it not hitting the algorithm? Let's just say there are too many Negroes who have this who have this fantasy, this factuality of controlling a woman, right? And finally there's some niggas stepping up, and women too, who are calling this out. Of course, I have another YouTuber, a YouTube friend of mine, uh, Mahogany. Very good talent, very good personality, fine body, fine shape. But apparently, we got these jealous ass Negroes from other space. I ain't gonna get into it unless she wants me to get into it, because believe me, I'll set this whole goddamn internet on fire. I mean, what they got on me is irrelevant compared to what I can actually put on them balls. And it's like, if you don't like a person, just leave them alone. I mean, we grown adults here. If you don't like a person, you don't have to talk about these individuals. You certainly don't. But I want to show you what pressure feels like to a person, that if you pressure them long enough, you're going to end up in a situation where you don't want to be in. In other words, if they're in a corner, they have the right, the obligation to push back. See, we're trying to uh, hold certain people account. We're trying to hold certain people accountable. Men don't want to be responsible for the fuck up. They don't want to be totally responsible for the fuck up. See, if I were to do something wrong, it'd be my duty to say, I'm wrong. I raise up my hand. I did something wrong. I had to fix it. That's on me, right? But it always goes to, yeah, I did this and I did that, but we had to look at the situation where you did something. So what did you do? And if it's a tag, it's like, tag, you're it. Let me show you what that feels like when you tag too much. And this has been going on since 2018. 2018, these conversations, 2018, probably longer. But it didn't spiral out of control until Kevin Samuels, their godfather, said something, and all of a sudden it arose with these Negroes. It got to the point where there was like, you know what? We found our daddy. I don't want to disrespect the man, may he rest in power. You know, I didn't like Kevin Samuels when he had this whole shtick about holding women accountable and all this other stuff and just dragging all women through the mud. And some of these women did it to themselves by calling into a show. I like them amongst other things, but the man is gone. Now other people want to take his place. What up, Adams? Other people want to take his place. Other people want to, it's the views. I mean, let's just face it, he went up to 1 million before and after he was gone. So he was the man up, like, aside from the lead attorney. We all know that. Lead attorney is a good dude. Lead attorney is a good dude. But they all have this same stigma. Owning and controlling women. Well, let me not say the word owned. Gotta be a little bit too much. They just want to control their women. And I always want to say, for what? But let me stop talking and let me give you a little preview of what happens when you push and the woman's ability to push back.
Inside of it. I promise you that. And I'm dropping my goddamn mic on that. So what you think about me? What you think about me? And what you think about me? Who's next?
Listen,
who the is next? I give less than a fig food Newton Field. And if I was right here, I whip my goddamn I'll slap you in your goddamn mouth with it. Since I'm so goddamn manly. You're goddamn right. And I bet my is long and strong than yours. Your bitch and make her come without her having to play with her goddamn pussy. I bet you that shit. Not that motherfucker.
I'm light skinned, right?
I can get worse. Right? I can go longer. I'm a rapper here. It comes off the dome here. I freestyle for real. There's nothing you can say to me to make me hurt because I'm beautiful. I'm fire as fuck. I'm lit as fuck. I'm intelligent as fuck. And I don't give a fuck about you. The only people that can get to me are people that I give a fuck about. And I don't give a fuck about you, or you, motherfucker.
Z.
So keep trying all you want to.
All right, Z, ignore him for now, Z. Ignore him for now.
Ignore me. What are you talking about? Hey, brother, family, what you doing, family?
Because we were having a civilized conversation before you tried to preach Ali, not God, not fucking God. And then all you need to quit trying to tell a about their life. Ain't now one of you motherfuckers God. Understand that. Ain't now one of you motherfuckers my most high. You can't tell me shit about how my life is gonna turn out. And the fact that you can bring that out your musty ass mouth is the goddamn problem. That's why y'all want these motherfucking panels talking shit to women, talking shit about women, and got your little crusty ass that's gonna suck up behind your little asshole. You feel golden and good because she can't really express her motherfucking self to you in her entirety, in her full motherfucking truth, because you can't take it with your titty baby ass. I don't give a goddamn about it. I don't give a fuck. But y'all will stop telling a motherfucker what is gonna happen in their goddamn life.
He got his ass cooked.
Good.
He got cooked.
The f is wrong with y'all? You ain't gonna have shit. Who the f are you? Who the f are you to tell me what I'm gonna have, motherfucker? You goddamn right. And I got a big long too, about 13 motherfucking goddamn ass. Since you want to niggas and disrespect women. Just always got to do something to down a motherfucking woman. I was literally telling this motherfucker what I did wrong, and you just wanted to shit on me so motherfucking bad you did. You fucking did. But you're not going to tell me or any other motherfucker what's going to happen in their life, because that's not your motherfucking decision. You don't have that power. Stop it.
Oh, that's the
That's my little sister, y'all. Let him talk longer.
Begged her to be on the chat.
Shut up.
This is some.
Oh, a little added bonus.
I need y'all to understand that in real life, no, I have some of the men that I have. That sounded bad. But watch my shows when I'm on. I've been off because of track season, but I'm back. But y'all really sit here and think that y'all know it all, when in reality, the dude I mess with that got the millions and billions love my motherfucking attitude.
you said men.
And my Instagram gonna show y'all like she lied. She ain't okay.
Determined.
The reveal will be nice, and I'm gonna reveal it. Just I'm gonna tag every single one of you in it because y'all really think that y'all got the formula. See, this is the thing. We got to be that way to be with a black man.
Period.
Ali, I gave you credit for coming on here with a good attitude and being different because you got a woman. And then you try, after my sister admitted she was wrong about all them, you tried to verbally assault her. And you did.
That's bullshit.
And I let her go. I could. That's my baby sister. I could have been like, sis, relax. But I know this is going to raise the views. JR gonna get his bread and it's gonna be all good. But the fact that y'all really think that we be sitting here thinking about, oh my God, who's next? Will I ever get a man? Y'all have y'all looked at our Instagram for real? Like, do y'all know what we really just like look like?
Can I say my last?
Y'all need to go to her page. What don't care about what y'all talking about. And I mean of all colors. They don't care about that. I tell now. That's why they're not married. No, we're not married because we're trying to figure out who's gonna win the race. I don't pay my bills. We don't pay our bills.
Who pay your bills?
You know what I'm saying? No, I ain't messing with it. Hey, it is. And the fact of the matter
crazy,
is,
ain't it real? It's crazy. That's what I'm saying.
You can say whatever you want, sir. I'm pretty sure your girl is. Tell that I said it and tell her to run up. I'll send you my address because I can beat a ass too. So I'm gonna tell you this. At the end of the day, y'all get on these panels. You already know. Y'all get on these panels acting like y'all know people, and that's what makes us pop off. Our dad was a Marine. We were taught to stand up for our self. We've been in rooms you could never imagine. I got pictures with the president. So y'all ideology. Because at the end of the day, by the time I'm 45, I'm gonna be living a soft life in a club that you can't get into. So you. I love you, JR.
A club.
Thank you for having me, and have a blessed Sunday.
Okay, your name.
Jesus. Oh, oh God. Oh, that was refreshing. That's only part of it. That's just only part of it. There's another part. Now, this is a guy. Now, I think his name is Public Defender. Public Defender finally put these dudes in their position. Now, there are some things that I don't agree with. There are certain things that I don't agree with when it comes to Public Defender, but nevertheless, he does make a lot of good points and he does make a lot of sense. But to these niggas on the Lapeef network, I just don't understand it. I'm like, damn, who raised y'all? Who raised y'all to think that anarchy or hierarchy, whatever it is, actually exists with you niggas? It don't. It don't exist with any of you niggas. It only exists with one kind, and that's with white folks. White folks have everything. They have power, wealth, and influence. What do you have? Now, if you took what was yours, that's called power, of course, and you took back and you sent these dudes packing, and with their women and with their children, you would have an excuse, and women would flock to you like sheep. I don't want to use that terminology, but yeah, but let's jump to another clip, shall we? Fair use.
If there's no hierarchy in your dynamic, I can see why you will take the stance. But if there is a hierarchy, everything that's below you can be on the same level. It really doesn't matter what level it's below you. If it's not below you, then it's even to you or it's above you. So would you say you and your woman are on the same plane, or is there a hierarchy in your dynamic?
I mean, it depends.
I just want to say, Adams, I don't know what the fuck Ali's problem is. I don't know, and don't really care too much because, I mean, I can tell you he's consistent. I can tell you he's consistent in his speech, but let's just see what the years are like. Let's just see what the years are like for him and others who believe in this same patriarchy nonsense. Let's see how long that goes. Because this is not his first rodeo, nor will it be his last. But I mean, I would respect him more if he went the Muslim route. He was raised with a Muslim family, as if he put it in the chat and he had told me, unless it was a lie. That's what he had illustrated to me. I asked him, "Are you raised Muslim?" Because what he is speaking of, what he's been speaking of, like I said, Ali's been constant, right? And the way he speaks, that's meant for that particular dynamic. Black men on one side, black women on the other side. You got one man to one woman, or one man to several women, however it go. But if he wanted to end up that way, and if he came up that way, I can understand it. I can totally understand it. But you are one person telling one person that this is how it's supposed to be, and you telling the women how they supposed to act. That's not how that's supposed to work. That's not how that works. All of you are individually are holding accountable for your own person. Or your own species. That's the men. And then you have to act on that by holding other men accountable to get what you have lost, or what people have stolen from you. And that's power, wealth, and influence. Let's go.
In what sense we're talking about, but
overall,
I don't live in a hierarchy. I mean, I try not to. I know the world is constructed to be a hierarchy, mainly by white men. But
no, black men too.
As a black man, I'm not really interested in
black men.
Are y'all equal?
That's what landed us.
And are y'all equal?
You don't have power, sir.
Depends on what we're talking about.
You don't have
overall. Power. Like if you take,
of course, overall we're equal. Yeah, of course.
Why did every time everyone speaks, everyone's fine, but as soon as is a first time or an odd person, well, not odd person to them, comes on these platforms, it always ends up that Will has to open his mouth to something that the person that's speaking can't even get a clear thought in. Can't even get his clear thought, his whole thought out. It's annoying.
So I mean, here's the thing that I find funny. If right off the bat, right, you comparing a woman to a child, why are you over a child? What gives you authority over a child typically?
Because I have legal authority and I have
beyond legalities.
Because it's my moral responsibility to care for this child, to steward this child, to raise this child, to provide for this child, to protect this child.
And why must you do that to a child? Why must you do that for a child?
Because
not legally, I'm saying. Why does a child?
Yeah, because the child is incapable of doing.
They're incapable of doing it. Okay. Yes. So, and also a child is immature and underdeveloped mentally, right, from a scientific standpoint, and all of these things. Okay, cool. Yeah. Women are not underdeveloped scientifically, right? In so many ways, they're more developed than men. But if we're talking on paper, you're smarter than a child, right? You're probably not smarter than your woman, though.
Shit, you shouldn't me.
Probably not.
If you think that you have power over your woman, please raise your hand. If you think that you have control over your woman, please put it in the chat that you have control. We'll do it this way. Put a 1 in the chat if you have control over your woman, wife, girlfriend, whatever. If you think that you and your woman are there for all second purposes, here to survive in a matriarchal world where Donald Trump and white supremacy rules, and you are in survival mode, and you have the nutrition to work together as one human being, not just black, but two and two come together as one human being. Put a 2 in there. How are you going to control something that you're not in control of? That don't even make no sense. I gotta work that better. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel.
You might not be smarter than your woman. I'm damn sure smarter than my woman.
Okay, I'm not smarter than my wife. My wife has a master's.
You don't, but you can't speak on me.
I said more than likely your woman is smarter than you.
0% chance, sir. 0% chance. So
Jesus Christ. This is the We-On-Loc station. Who the hell is this? Tanya, hey, how you doing, sweetheart?
Oh, yeah, listen, to all you idiots out there, you is beholden to Massa, okay? Massa is your man, your woman, everything. So you beholden to him. So these idiots are still beholden to Massa. Massa you have to do everything Massa says. Massa says you clean your toilets. Massa says wash the floor, do his laundry. You is beholden to Massa. And right now, I'm a widow. I'm staying a widow till I find the right man who's not beholden to Massa.
Excellent. But let me play a little devil's advocate here. How are you ever going to help yourself there in the long run? You're gonna need a viable man to help you with certain things. I mean, what's up with that?
Well,
we're living in a hierarchy. You, there's God, me, you, the kids, the dog, the insects,
roaches.
The roaches.
I live with roaches, so that don't mind me none. They be in the socket. The roach motel that I had didn't work because you could still see them breathing. Listen, I had to get out from the stump where I was with I had evictions. I got evicted. My father helped me out, get all the stuff out of my apartment so that my stepmom, rest her soul. But yeah, I got this apartment on my with a lot of help and a lot of signing of a lot of crap I had to go through to do this. So these idiots don't know how to. They just self-centered, egotistical. They think got it all. They think they got a whole bunch of money. I bet half of these people that's on the stage here is flat broke.
Except for a couple, but I mean, you got the military guys, and then of course you have,
and they're still broke.
Enough said.
I don't care. Broke is broke. That's it.
It's okay. It's okay.
So I just came up here to say hi to you, We-On-Loc Nation. I gotta, with this here stuff here, but I had to come up here to say my piece to these idiots out here. And I like to say in the famous words of Captain Murdoch of Lethal Weapon, I'm getting too old for this shit. And then the famous words of Vinnie Barbarino of Welcome Back, Carter, up your nose with a rubber hose. Thank you. Peace.
Peace. Rubber nose with a hose. What the fuck? Oh, let's continue with the mess. Let's continue with the rhetoric.
More than likely at all. Zero. You know what zero is? The number below.
I don't know.
one.
I don't know if it's a 0% chance your wife is.
You, but listen, you've never met me and you've never met my woman. My woman can be dumb as a doorknob. You wouldn't know that. If I'm telling you that I'm smarter than my woman, I think you should take me at face value. I'm taking you at face value that your woman is smarter than you. I'm not telling you
she's more educated than I am. I don't know if she's more intelligent than I am, but she's definitely educated.
I don't know what you mean by educated, because a degree doesn't
literally
mean
has a higher level of education than I do. Literally,
what I'm saying. I said a degree doesn't mean anything to me. I accept that people get a certificate from an accredited university and they say this is a degree. That don't mean you know shit. It doesn't.
I mean, you know something.
Okay, if you say so. I'm in
okay. If let me see. Give me 10 seconds. Give me 10 whole seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. These niggas here. Okay, now that I'm catching my breath, what do Negroes like these usually say? What did they usually tell you? That your degrees, whether it be a pharmacy, some type of pharmacy degree, some type of lawyer degree, some type of grad, whatever it is, doctor, lawyer, whatever, it don't mean shit to them. Which that doesn't. What is it? So a woman who has the ability to go in individually herself to get a degree to better herself, better her life, to be independent, which we all need to be, that's wrong for her to do that? Or they're saying that when they do get these degrees, right? And this is what I'm hearing. When they do get these so-called degrees, they are likely not to use them. Well, maybe they got into a profession, got into it, saw what it was, didn't quite like it, so I'm gonna try something else. I've done that. All right. I went from carpentry to HVAC. I actually like HVAC, right? So for a woman to go into, because they're claiming to go into STEM and all these basket weaving programs, which I don't know what is, but we kind of do need people to sew the baskets so we can put actual real food in them, like fruits and vegetables in them motherfuckers. But that's not here nor there. What I'm tripping on is that why would I not, a person like myself, want an individual who's independent, who is not so proud as if to say, I need this money. Hell, in this era right now, we need money. We need money. I need money. She needs money. And we basically wipe out all of our fucking bills. We wipe out our bills. We pay for our kids' tuition. All that type of stuff, right? Why is it so hard? Wait, I get it. I get it. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Hey, Lisa. How are you? Lisa and Sheila, two gorgeous looking women. And if whatchamacallit is still in here, Flora, I like to ask y'all a question. What is wrong with being independent? What is wrong with getting an education? And if you don't like the particular field that you're in, you can always transfer to a different field. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Aren't we supposed to be, but let me stop. So, and in based of this, because I don't want to rant for very long, in based of this, you want a woman to submit to you by saying you don't give a fuck about the degrees, you don't give a fuck about what they do. It's not catering to you. Can you suck my little wee wee? That's what they're basically saying. That's what they're saying. This is what the men are saying. Can you suck me good? Can you feed me good? That's all I want. I don't want to have no intelligent, logical conversations. Can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? And they'll call me, oh, why are you pandering to women so much? Does anybody know what the hell that means? And please get back to me. Let's continue.
Boy, I hire people with degrees all the time, and they dumb as doorknobs.
Some of them can be.
No, most of them. Listen, most people that I interview with a degree is dumb as doorknobs. Dumb as hell.
Okay.
Do you hire people?
No.
So I'm telling you, lived experience. I'm telling you, when I interview people, like if I shared my screen right now, you'll see resumes on my desktop. I interview people all the time who have degrees, and they're not intelligent, they're not smart, their common sense factor is below par. They're
so
not
do you
socially.
I'm curious, do you have a degree, Will?
No, I don't.
So, but you work at a job where you constantly are hiring people with degrees? Where is this?
I own a company. I don't work.
Yeah, same thing, whatever.
No, it's not the same thing.
I mean, you're hiring people who have a bunch of degrees, but you yourself don't have
I said I'm interviewing people with degrees. I didn't say I was hiring a bunch of people with degrees.
Interviewing them.
This is We-On-Loc Nation. Who the hell is there? Hello? Hello? Adam, you on mute.
Oh shit, I was on mute, man. I'm up here saying, can you hear me? What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Loud and clear, sir.
Yeah. Man, look at here. Yeah. I don't know where to begin and where to end on these mischief, just on these little micro head Negroes that's on this panel. Okay, if you're head of a company, if you own a company and you interviewing somebody, then if they have a degree and you hire them, what that say? You hiring them because they have a degree, right?
Pretty much, yes.
If they have, yeah. And what you said earlier,
it's basically telling you you are an experienced person, and on top of that, your verbal skills are on par. So why?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it all depends upon the degree, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and when you said and when he went earlier. When what's his name right there? The offender, a public offender. When the public offender asked him, yeah, he was asking him about controlling his woman, and you was right. I do agree with you. We-On-Loc. You can't control anything that you don't have any control over. But I put that in the chat earlier. You're right. I do agree with you. If you can't control her, go to the next one. Does that make logical sense?
Makes logical sense to me.
If a woman don't want to fall suit to what you bring and to the household, whatever, if she don't want to fall suit under your umbrella, under your provision, then logic says you should go find you another woman. But these dudes want to pump. All these women. You haven't dated all these women. You don't know the collective of all these women. You know. So it trips me out how they get on here and make blanket statements and umbrella statements about black women when they don't know a shit about the collective of black women. If you ain't like Ali, stupid ass. Ali got a woman, and he worrying about the collective of black women, what they doing. That ain't none of your damn. That ain't your position.
Why is
that
it
ain't none of your business?
Why is it a concern? You have your woman. Control your woman. Control your suspect. Control your suspect. If she is not, listen, we cannot control every single one. As a matter of fact, you can't even control every single dude that is not even in college. You don't know what the position is. You don't know what this situation is going to be. Are you going to control, or are you going to police? Excuse me. Are you going to police each and every single person that doesn't have a job, doesn't have a degree, but has a degree in robbing your ass? Are you going to control them? Or are you going to take back? Are you going to take back the land that has been stolen from you? You're not going to be able to do that. But because a white man says boo to you, and your position is, yes, sir, master boss, your only hierarchy, your only ad-lib is to control women's vaginas. You don't have that position, sir. You're not going to have that position unless you do these specific things. What's the word I'm looking for? Organize. Yeah, you don't organize. You don't organize. You don't trust each other. You don't respect one another. You do more bashing on here than you do in real life, and not knowing that spirit, that type of negative stamina spills over into real life, and you wonder why you're single, and you wonder why you're divorced. It's very, very nasty work. Although you have let me see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men who are married. One has a girlfriend who has 3 kids. The other one, 2 of them are military. Actually, 3 of them. 3 of them are military. And you, other than the one, you have the nerve, the illegated gall to say that men are in control of the hierarchy. Since when?
Yeah, since when? Last I checked, men always had control of their house. Last I checked, if they in there, they had control of their house when they in there. If a man don't have control of his house, then he's incompetent. That's what you call a weak, incompetent man. But if
I do pay all the bills, right, I am a man, right? I should be. But if a woman, even if a woman goes 50-50 with me, she has some say around the house, but I am the acting officer and everything comes back to me. But if I'm down, if I'm sick, who's going to control the house? It can't be the kids. Who's going to control the house?
When you at work, she's over the house.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Say more. Go deeper, please.
See, they try to.
Say more. Come on, say more. Lisa's loving this. She is loving this. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's why. I can't speak on marriage because I'm not married. So that ain't my lane to be speaking up on marriage. But you know what I mean? Because I can't because I'm talking from on the outside, looking in the inside. So that ain't my lane to be speaking about marriage. But I can speak about my experience growing up in a two-parent household. I can speak on that. You know, when the man is at work, the woman is the head of the house. Period. She's responsible for the household when the man's away. When a man come home from work, he's the man of the house. He provides the provision, the financial support, and everything else that goes with it. But also,
good marriage is a team. I get it. Yes, good marriage is a team. But I'll say this, and this is very unpopular because everybody's looking for marriage now. It used to be a marriage wasn't even on the table for these goofballs, but now it is. But I digress. So,
I remember.
You remember? You remember?
I remember these goofies was talking about the early stages of the manosphere red pill. I remember they was talking about don't marry these women. Don't marry these women. They was pushing it. Do not marry these women. I remember don't have babies. They were saying don't have children with these women. I remember they were saying do not have children with these women. They was pushed. This was being pushed through the red pill manosphere spaces. Do not have children with these women. Do not marry. I remember.
Yeah. Man, they don't know. They don't even know what they want. To be perfectly honest with you, you keep one thing. It's just nitpicking one ear and out the other. It's just nitpicking. Number one, we're gonna nitpick on what dresses a woman should wear, and then we're nitpicking on the eyelashes and the hair and all this other stuff, and now we're nitpicking on degrees and what type of degree a woman should have. I'm like, this is nuts. Meanwhile, life is passing y'all by. Life is passing you by, and y'all getting older. Y'all going to be talking about this until 2030. Meanwhile, the rest of us civilized folk is moving forward. I'm moving forward. I got stuff to do. Family, my kids are growing older, and they're going to be getting into stuff. And my oldest daughter, she's going to be graduating. Right? I don't have to, and she's going to find the perfect mate. I'm not worried about all that. I'm gonna worry about that till the time comes. Meanwhile, y'all talking about how we should get to them early. They should get married early. They should get married at 14. Huh? What?
What? What? Please tell me that ain't true. Please tell me these
they gotta get married at 16. I mean, you gotta try them out. You gotta try them out. I'm like, what white world are you living in, sir? You gotta look at the numbers. The number says at 16 they're consentant adults.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay, all right. This is why I try to leave this part alone. I tried to leave this alone, but this is going on since 2017. We've been discussing this shit since 2017, and it's getting worse. I'm about to be in my 50s. I'm about to be in my 50s.
Man. It been that long since they've been talking about it?
Yes. It's crazy. And you wonder why Sugar Bun gets upset.
Sugar Bun known for trolling the boy. Sugar Bun known for going to manosphere spaces and just letting them have it with the trolling.
Yes, of course. But even just so, she deep down, she, that's all she does. I bet you she's a good person. It's simple as this. You treat her better, you'll do better. That's how I see it. Me being in a 15-year marriage, that's how I see it. When you treat her better, you do better.
Mm-hmm. And it's the caliber of woman you pick too. Mm-hmm.
Say that.
It's the caliber of woman you pick too. Now remember, it's the caliber of woman you pick. It's the caliber of woman you pick. You being a man, you are the pursuer. That means you decide who you want to be with, because by nature, men are the pursuers. That's 98 to 99%. We are the pursuers. So that means whoever we pursue, we pick them. And if you pick a bad caliber woman, that says a lot about you, because your woman is always a reflection of you. So who you pick is who you are. If you keep drawing these no good women, then what does that says about you?
You know, this has everything to do with spirituality, right? Which none of these dudes know about. Each and every time I down talk my woman, I'm down talking myself. You do know that, right?
Yep.
Because your woman is being. This is a perfect example. You've seen Sinners, right? You seen Sinners? Okay.
Yep.
You know that scene in the movie where Smoke goes to pay homage to his child that died, and
yes,
the Annie came out and they were talking, and Annie knows him so much, even though they haven't seen each other in 7 years. They know each other. And you know how she came up? It's like, the real reason why you came back, because I love you and I miss you. And they held each other, and she put his head on her bosom. That's called home. That's called warmth. That's called love, understanding. That's spirituality for your ass. Well, she put a whooping on that boy. She put a whooping on him and protected him, putting that mojo bag on him. No, the Stack was more lustful. Stack was the more lustful person. Stack was the more, free for all.
Yeah,
person.
He was out there. Yeah,
he was out there, and plus he was, snow bunny in a little bit. But anywho, but anywho, let's get back to this nonsense.
Hiring them.
No, it's two different things. Listen, an interview and hiring is two different processes.
One leads to the other.
Hire somebody is because you were impressed enough by what they said, not necessarily by what the degree says. Because the degree, I don't know. Have you ever do you look at degrees? Have you looked at a person's degree before?
Yeah.
And does it give you enough information about that person where you can make a decision about them without interviewing them?
Yeah, I know certain things. If you have a degree, I could tell you certain things about the person for sure.
So I could present someone with a degree, and without you ever meeting the person, talking to the person. I'm not talking about like they went to years and they committed to a process. I'm not talking about that. Can you tell me something about them as a person?
Yeah, I can. I can tell you that they probably can read beyond the 6th grade level, which most men can't read beyond the 6th grade level. I can tell you that they have some level of critical thinking, because you have to have, you literally have to develop that skill when you're in college. I can tell you that they're consistent because they graduated, and it ain't no easy task. So it'll tell me something about their fortitude. I can tell you that they're resourceful, because to get a degree, you have to develop some level of resourcefulness. Yeah, there's a bunch of things I can tell you.
How old are you?
43.
Okay, I'm 43 as well. I don't think you realize how much people cheat their way through college these days.
You're making a lot of assumptions.
Oh, I am.
I would suggest you don't do that, because it does not. You're just making up stuff from that point.
How do you?
There's no science behind that. Don't just say that. There's no science behind it.
How do you figure I'm making assumptions?
Because you're saying stuff that you can't actually prove. When you say a lot, what's a lot? That's relative.
Okay, hold on. So you're saying I'm saying stuff I can't prove. So if you can't prove it, then you shouldn't speak on it, is what you're saying.
I try not to, yeah.
No. I'm not saying what you try not to.
I just said yes.
Hold on, listen. Right now, hold on, listen. Right now, you told me I'm doing something, and you said if you can't, so you basically want me to prove what I'm saying. So if I can't prove it, then you're of the mindset that you shouldn't be speaking on it.
In this instance, yeah.
No.
If you say something that should be verified, that should be verifiable, and you can't verify it, I would say you probably shouldn't say it.
Cool. So what I'm asking you is this: are you taking the position that if you cannot prove something, you shouldn't speak on it?
No, because that's a stupid position to take.
Okay, so then why are you reprimanding me and trying to tell me that I shouldn't be speaking on this if I can't prove it?
Because I just told you why. You didn't listen? I just said the reason why is because this is something that actually is verifiable, and there is science and data on this. And if you can't substantiate that data, then you shouldn't say stuff like this. You're just making it up at this point.
Hey.
So listen, I'm not too much of a fan, but in this instance, I was shouting to the heavens about him all that time that I was watching him. I'm like, let these just cook all of them, just cook them. Because apparently what he was trying to say, public offender was trying to say to this goofball, Will, is that certain things, like he was saying to him about the whole education thing, people having degrees are dumb as a bag of rocks. How can they be dumb as a bag of rocks if they spent 4 years, 4 to 6 years, depending upon your degree, and they're dumb as a bag of rocks? Maybe it's because you're trying to look for something else. I don't know. Maybe you could tell me. I don't know. You're trying to look for something on the, on the intelligence side or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Maybe you have something that you're looking for in a person as far as is their degree, because since their degrees don't mean anything, which that doesn't make any sense. Does that make sense to you? That don't make any sense.
Their degrees mean something. See, I'm gonna tell you about these Negroes that since I've been on here observing these Negroes, they're just on here just to talk. They're coming from a disingenuous place. They just on here to flap their mouth. They know good and well they like an educated woman, because an educated woman brings value to any relationship. They just on here I'm telling you why they on here say with all these disparaging things about black women. The only thing they doing is lashing out because some of these dudes been in a bad relationship, or some of these dudes married or with a woman that they really don't want to be with. So they come on here and they lash out on a collective of women that they don't know nothing about. That's why you hear so much doom and gloom and misery from these dudes. Because the only thing they doing when they talk about black women on here, they talking about the ones in their personal immediate life. They only just lashing. They trying to get some of them trying to get their lick back from their bad experience with women, or they just trying to lash out because they can't get along with the woman they with now. So when they get through arguing with their woman, they'll get on here and spark up a live and just go in on black women.
You know where I think this stems from? This stems from a couple of individuals. Mainly, it was women who said that men ain't shit because there's no protectors or whatever. And something happened to them. A handful of individuals caused this much stir. So I would have to ask you personally, is there such thing as a gender war? I don't think it is. What say you? Because this is
no, it ain't no such thing as a gender war. Because you know why? I'm gonna start with us first. I'm gonna start with us as the man. Black man ain't got no space or room to be talking about, critiquing, or chastising any woman, because we the only species on the face of this earth that's destroyed, that ain't got our shit together, that are the worst of the worst when it comes to image and reputation. So we have no room to be standing up on our moral high horse and pointing fingers and chastising and critiquing no woman. That's why it's no gender war. It would never be none. It never was one, because we ain't got room to, as black man, we ain't got room to talk about nobody or chastise nobody.
So what you're saying is we're fighting a multitude of battles. We're fighting the fight against white supremacy. We're fighting the fight against kunastrophe, and we're also fighting our women as well, which that makes primarily no sense. Okay, cool. Surely we can bounce back from this, can we? Oh, I almost forgot. What tribe are we from? We're always discussing out what tribe we're from. Are you from the Adolf's tribe, or are you FBA? Are you foundational Black Americans? We have to fight that battle as well. And I believe it was said, and Malcolm L. Shabazz said it best, that the most disrespected person in America and everywhere else is the Black woman. Black woman is the most disrespected. Why did he say that Black women are the most disrespected? It's because of the simple fact that once you have a child with this woman, the child comes out blacker than you, or it comes out whiter than you. It's as simple as that. She births out life. We are the.
Do you believe in 2025 as the Black woman is most disrespected?
Yes, I still say that.
She's the most protected by that white man, by that cave dweller, by that devil. She's the most protected. And
are you sure about that?
I'm positive, 1,000%.
That's kind of funny when you're still straining her. You're still straining her along with the white woman. That's kind of impossible to think that she's the most protected by a white man. You can't believe that for 1 minute.
So why do you think that she's not protected?
I didn't say she wasn't.
I wouldn't put her ahead of the white woman. I would say she's second to that white woman, because white women's tears are a little bit more valuable, but she is not the most disrespected. She's not on the bottom. And Dante, you need to love yourself a little bit better. I
love myself. I'm just in reality. I'm just in reality. I love myself. I love myself. I'm just in reality.
Candyman. Listen, you got to stop thinking that you are above that Black woman when you know she's above you. You the one that don't mess with.
I don't put nobody above me. I put somebody beside me. Your woman is beside you.
What?
Your woman is always going to be beside you, because y'all connected by the hip. Black woman is always going to be beside us. We're connected by the hip.
I don't know if you're on the spectrum, if you slow, or what's happening with you, but she is not beside you, brother.
You said I put her above me. I said I don't put no woman above me. I put her beside me.
It doesn't matter what you do, because you're the most disrespected. She is above you societally, period.
How she above me society? You break it down. Break it down.
Listen. You are just a minority. She could be a double minority or a triple minority. She gonna get hired over you. She gonna have set asides and every single thing else. But your slow ass, and I don't.
So why complain? You saying Black man ain't got no power to control his own woman? That's what you saying?
You don't.
No. That's what you're saying. You said she's been put. You say the system. You say the system put her as a double minority. You said the system put her, give her all kind of favors. So you mean we ain't got no power to control our own woman. So we had no political influence to control our own woman. That's what you're saying,
fellas.
I said you know.
Fellas, wait, hold on a second.
I'm lovable. Women like
Nightish. We're not winning, man. We're not winning by any means. Us black folks, we're not winning.
Why?
We need women. We do. We really do.
Oh, okay. So you accept a woman as your leader. I'm okay with that.
I didn't say that.
Saying what Dante said. You saying you
say that.
You said
you follow her direction. I would love to be in front with a weapon. I would love being in the front with a weapon side by side with you and with Nightish with a weapon. But guess who's back behind us? Our women. That's what they want.
Oh, I disagree with that.
What?
He just said all women ain't got our back. I don't believe this shit.
No. Please tell me why you said why. Oh, tell me the reason why. I'm listening. I'm listening. Adam, why would he say something like that?
He's full of the red pill and manosphere. So you know he's what. Yes, he is. He's what you call a manosphere adjacent.
There's no way you listen to me and keep repeating that stuff. Manosphere, red pill adjacent. How?
No. Talk to me for a second. I still want to know the reason why you meant that. I still want to know why. Honestly.
Women in general follow the victors, and to the victors go the spoils. So let's take something like when the Moors went to Sicily and changed their bloodline because they deleted their men, their intelligent, and their warriors, and then they just went and did what they wanted to do with the women. Then women willfully went along with the victors. In the Western Hemisphere, we know who's winning here, and they willingly go along with the victors. They don't. I mean, they are genetically they are sisters, but they left us a long time ago.
Do you know we can rewrite our own history, right?
Yeah, when that starts, I'm with you. It hasn't happened in 2025. In 2025, we listen to Doce say a red flag is a straight man. In 2025, we
Who left us, Nightish? Who left us? Who left us, Nightish?
In 2025, we on YouTube every single day.
I'm asking you a question. Who left us, Nightish? I just asked you a question. Who left us?
I'm not on YouTube every single day.
Wait. So let's talk to Dante. Dante, you got a woman?
No, who left us? Who left us? I'm asking you a question.
You're asking me who left us. Do you have a woman?
Who left? I'll ask you a question first, and I will answer your answer. After you answer my question, I will answer your question.
A woman?
No. Now you answer my question.
If they love us, if they love us, and you're a black man, why are you alone?
That ain't got nothing for me being single. Who left us, Nightish? Answer my question, please.
Say this again because you're a bad listener.
Who left us?
If they love us, and you're a black man, and you're totally in support of that black woman, why don't you have one?
Why don't you have one? Do you have a woman? Come on, let me hear it.
You can't say.
Let me hear it. Do you have one,
Dante? Let me.
You have one.
Let me help you out.
It sounds like you're coming from a bitter place.
Ask me a question.
It sounds like you're coming from a miserable, bitter place right now, brother. Who left us?
Let me ask
Who left us, man?
Listen.
Are you saying all women turn out their backs on us, Nightish? You saying all black women turn their back on us, Nightish? That's what you're saying? Are you saying all women turn their back on us? Yes or no?
Do you want me to answer the question or no?
Answer the question.
Okay.
Wait.
I got married when I was 24. I stayed married until my wife passed away. I have 3 grown children and 4 grandchildren. Have you ever been married, Dante?
You have still that ain't got nothing to do with the question. I asked you who turned their backs on us. You don't know. You ain't need that. You didn't answer the question.
You ain't never.
You didn't answer my question. I asked you who turned their backs on us.
Married.
You could not give me a direct answer.
You just got through.
Give me I asked you a direct question.
All right.
You're wasting space.
Almost 30 years.
All right. Stop. Listen, I'm just gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this with a prayer. Because believe it or not, like it or not, we need each other. This is all we got.
Well, you married. I can listen to you. I can't listen to this Candyman looking.
But at the same time, we're gonna need women regardless if you like it or not, bro.
I agree with you. You think I'm disagreeing with that? I'm disagreeing with this lonely motherfucker up here that's crying.
And I bet you won't be lonely for very long. Neither will you. That's my point.
No,
God did not put us here to suffer like this.
I think Dante gonna be suffering for years. I think Dante gonna be suffering for years to come.
God damn, I need some water. But look, God did not put us here to suffer like a bunch of fucked up sheep. All right, we're supposed to be the wolves conquering all this shit around here that has been stolen for us for decades, centuries. Harimbre is doing the exact same thing that we should be doing right now at this very moment. But since we're so fucking scared of the opposite, white people ain't scared of us no more. But guess
when were they ever scared of us?
Exactly my point. So my thing is, if you want to conquer women so bad, if you want to control your woman so bad, show them what power feels like. Show them what means when you are in the position of power. I will be behind you every step of the way, dude. I always have been. I haven't agreed with everything that you said, but I've always been behind you, or at least 85% of the way, bro. I understand what you're saying. Yes, there have been women that have left us. Yes, sure. But what about the other 6 billion women on the planet? They ain't left. Can we do something constructive instead of just bickering over each other? Do any of us have a solution to this thing? Any of us at all?
I don't think all of them have left us. There's a lot. I would say there's more women that's with us than against us. I'm not so much talking about the women that's against us because I believe it's a minority. I'm talking about Dante up here caping for who? I don't know who he caping for.
What? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There you have it. There you have it. There you have it, y'all. There you have it. There you have it.
And Dante, I want better for you. You got to believe in yourself, brother. I don't know why you don't like yourself like this and you come up here and have so much like passion against men and you're a man. It's wild. But the women still love us. They want us to be in a better place. They want us as a whole group to, do better. But you caping, listen, nobody likes a snitch and nobody likes what would you call Dante? I guess you would be called a simp. Women don't like simps.
That's my title, remember? Remember all the times you and others used to call me a simp for what's supposedly what I've done? Remember? You remember that, right?
I never called you a simp.
You never called me a simp?
Never, ever. In my
what did you call me? What'd you call me?
I called you We-On-Loc. You my nigga. I ain't never called you a simp. But this Candyman looking nigga on the side of you, yeah. He just had to wear his badge of honor.
Guess what? You're going to need that handyman looking nigga when something happens.
No, I'm not. I'm never going to see him.
Look. I share the same ideology. I share the same ideology as We-On-Loc. So is We-On-Loc a simp too?
Not at all.
That makes there you have it.
We-On-Loc is a married man. You a lonely nigga. Why the fuck are y'all the same? Am I confused?
Oh, hold on, Nidus, because they always talk about holding people accountable, right? So I'm gonna do this one thing for you, and I'm gonna hold myself accountable. Is that cool?
Perfectly fine.
All right. Situation was, and you already know this already, but there was one point in time where I helped someone, right? I was helping them financially. And you don't have to answer quite just yet. You know, just keep in your head, does this make me a simp, or does this make me a selfless person? A few years back, I was helping someone financially. All that other extra shit, that was separate. But at the time, I thought I was doing the right thing. So therefore, it came to a point where it had to come to blows. Now, I was accused of loaning this particular person that you already know a substantial amount of money. That was a totally different lie. But I lived with that lie for 2 years. Does that make me a simp, or does that make me a careless, a selfless person?
Were you married then?
Yes.
Are you married now?
Yes.
No, I don't think that's simping. This nigga next to you though ain't married, wasn't married, can't get a bitch, but sit up here with his fucking sword and shield, calling motherfuckers manosphere and red pill. And I was married, so I'm confused how you think you and Candyman is similar.
Adam, you don't have to answer. Why are you picking on Adam? Why are you picking on Adam? Why are you picking on Adam? But anyway, this is not the first time though. There was the first time, and then it was the second time, right? Now I'm saying would I do the exact same thing that I did so many years ago? Yes, but with restrictions. Because just like homeless people, that's
what makes it selfless, because you would do it again. Back to Candyman now. Candyman, why are you scared of women?
Adam, you're on mute.
I'm going to the store right now. It's kind of windy out here, but I'm gonna ask Mr. Nidus a question.
No,
a man having a man
scared of women.
Yeah, he outside right now. I don't think he's scared of women, but I'm not gonna answer it. I'm not gonna answer him.
A man having an opposing opinion makes him a simp, right?
Why are you scared of women?
A man having an opposing opinion, that makes him a simp, right?
Why won't
so
you?
Listen. That's mean. If I have an opposing opinion with your it don't align with your opinion.
No.
If I have an opposing opinion, it don't align with your opinion. That makes me a simp, right?
1 second.
So you saying any man that have an opposing opinion when it comes to talking points, that makes him a simp. So that mean I'm caping, right? That mean I'm caping, right? Huh? That mean I'm caping, right? No, I don't need to listen because I didn't cut you off when you was talking. You cut me off.
You
cut me off. I ain't through talking, bro. So that makes me a simp, right? Because I got an opposing opinion. That makes me a simp, right?
Yeah. Do you
wait,
believe?
Time out. Okay, Adam, you like women, right? Yes or no?
Last I checked, I love women.
Okay.
You
if you love them, so if you love them and you feel they're the least protected, why don't you find one that you make your own and protect her?
Jesus Christ.
You're not making a point, Rice. You know that, right? You so full of the red. You so full of the red pill. You're not even making the point. You know that, right?
What point are you making, Nidus?
Why won't he find just one black woman to love on and protect if she's the least protected? Why won't he just find one that he can love on and protect? One woman.
So with that, if a woman's getting her ass whooped in the streets and Dante rescues her from an ass whooping, is that not protection?
Has he done that? Dante, have you done that?
I've done it.
No, we're not talking about you. I don't know why you keep putting yourself in it. Let's talk to Candyman. Candyman, have you done that?
I haven't came across a woman getting her ass beat yet.
Okay, there you go. So that's not a reality for you. So get back to my original question. Why won't you find one, marry her, and protect her?
Before you answer that, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Should be a member of We-On-Loc Nation. Go ahead. This is crazy. Oh my God. I'm sure he will find somebody soon. I'm
you
sure.
Get a little old in the tooth. So as an older black man who loves black women, why won't you find one of these beautiful black queens and put a ring on it and protect her?
I have a better idea. Why don't you do it for me?
You want me to do it another
time? Don't answer that.
You want me to do it another time?
No,
okay.
No, don't answer that. Don't answer that. He's still in outer space. So I get it. Hold each other accountable. I get it. But here's a question.
Rage quit. I think I made that Candyman thumb of a nigga rage quit. He said, marry a woman and have that woman and protect that woman and make that woman feel like a goddess, make that woman feel like a queen. I hate this nigga Nidus.
Nidus, you would do the exact same thing. Don't even
I'm gonna do it a second time. I love black women. They my favorite.
Okay, so what's the problem?
This nigga don't got a woman and he won't marry one, but he up here yelling and hollering and calling people manosphere and red pill. No, nigga, where your woman at?
It sounded like you came off that way. That's why he said it. It sounded like you came off that way.
There's no way he heard me. There's no way this man has heard me speak for these 2 years and heard me say something about all the women is all masculine. All the women is all big. I ain't said none of that weird shit this nigga be repeating. He must think I'm Mr. Fantastic or somebody. He must think I'm
No, you're more of I hate to say this dude's name, but Daryl. You're more of a Daryl-like type person, but without all the weird shit. But anyway. Just give him a shit. Yo.
I hope the best one. Dante, this is what I want for you, brother. Instead of you hollering and screaming about who's manosphere and who's red pill, I want you to go out there and get one of these beautiful millions and millions of black women and put a ring on it and protect her from whatever all this shit is you say she got to be up against. When you do that, I'll stop talking crazy.
Like I said, he's in the wind right now. And you still outside, right? Adam, you still outside? He's probably still outside. But either way, you make good points. You make good points, make good talking points. All I'm saying is women are supposed to be the backbones of our society. Hey, they
really,
know
we supposed to be the backbone.
Say that again.
Really, we are supposed to be the backbone.
I agree. That's why I say without her, there is no me. Without me, there is no her.
There you
go. We agree with this, right?
Yes.
So why are we fucking arguing?
We not arguing.
We
not arguing. I'm arguing with this nigga who keep calling me a manosphere and a red.
Besides all that, bro, he probably agrees with your ass too.
No, he don't.
Yes, he does.
No, he does not. You just heard what he said, that I'm adjacent to some shit.
But just cut him some slack, bro. Cut him some fucking slack. Yes, yeah. Oh God, now you're gonna have this woman come up here. But bro, no, you deal with what you have to deal with. Seriously. I need you to get healthy and strong now. Jesus Christ. But stop nitpicking. Stop nitpicking with one another. Just stop.
My chat queen say, but you are pro-man and anti-woman. I'm not anti-woman. How could you be my chat queen and I'm anti-woman? I love you. You my sister.
Even We-On-Loc is
pro-man. See,
what does that mean?
She's slow. A little bit.
I'm pro-man. What the hell does that mean? Why am I going to be pro-man? I love women. What are you talking about?
Well, I will say this. I'm not anti-man. I'm not saying F these niggas. I'm not a crash out that's looking for other black men to knock down. So I'm not that. I agree with that.
Oh, hold up, Sugar Bum. How, what? Wait a minute. As many times as I've defended women on this channel, come on. You gotta give it better. You give it to me better than that. Give me a little bit more credit than that. Jesus Christ. Anyway, Adam's up in the win. I'm waiting for Adam to come back. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, Umar daughter exposed you. Umar daughter never exposed me. What the hell are you talking about? I said these words. Leave them alone. This is the responsibility of the father and the daughter. This has nothing to do with any of you sniffs. Nothing. Let them deal with the situation, and pretty soon they will. They will do it. And if they, this is going to be this is going to be like a slow cooker. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, that Anissa does meet up with Umar, right? And they get along to get along. What you gonna say then? Gotta give it a chance, Sugar Bomb. Damn, give it a chance.
So wait, you're telling me there's data as to whether or not people cheat through college?
Yes.
Where's the source for that data?
Exactly. You don't even know that there's sources for this.
Sir, what's
exactly. There's sources on this. There's literally sources.
We gotta get some other people involved too, y'all.
You're speaking on something, and I'm accepting what you're saying. But now you have to support and back up what you're saying.
What am I claiming? I haven't made a claim.
You have made a claim. Your claim was.
Right, we just getting started, man. Let's go ahead and get Darwin out.
Yeah, I'm not.
Let me make this last point, and I'll move it on. Your claim is countering my claim. See, I made a claim. No, you gotta let me finish. Listen to what I'm saying. I made a claim that there's a lot of people cheating through college. You are countering that. So if I got to support that people are cheating through college, college. Your claim for cheating through college.
No, the thing that I said to you was you can't substantiate it, so you probably shouldn't say it. I didn't even counter
and
it.
I
just said
that. I accepted that.
You did it.
But you also, sir, I did not. I did accept what you're saying. I don't agree with you.
You got it, man. You like to argue a lot. You got it.
Will, you did one of the claims that he made that there are sites and surveys that he can actually go reference to show that there are how many people that are cheating through college. That's one claim that he made, that he said that you should be able to do. Yeah. And the fact that you couldn't, he used that as a try to be like a gotcha moment. But one thing he also did that's just blatantly untrue is you said that most people can't read above a 6th grade level.
I didn't say that.
You did say that in English.
I didn't. Rewind it back, sir. Exactly. I didn't say that. So I said most men in America can't read past the 6th grade. The average man reads at a 6th grade level,
which isn't true. Which
is it's very true. But let me take a pause for the calls and say, I'm sorry if I'm not the argumentative type, because I'm trying to get to a particular point. I mean, just because we raise our voices an octave doesn't mean that we're arguing. We're actually we're disagreeing, but Nidus, as much as I love him, and Dante, I love him as well, but there's two Negroes just bickering over whatever. But at the end of the damn day, they know good and well that they will support each other. They've done that in the past. I don't even know why he's so argumentative. I don't know why that nigga is so argumentative.
I'm gonna tell you why he's like that. Because Nidus, whether you know it or not, he likes an echo chamber. You know what I mean? I'm like this. The same way I'm like this with you. I'm like this. I've been like this. But see, he don't like a person with an opposing opinion. See, Nidus, when he had them goofies on his panel with that I hate black woman rhetoric, he has nothing to say. He has no clap back. He has no opposing view. He just let them spill they poison on his panel, and sometimes he would join in with it. But see, well, he don't like me. When I come up on this panel, I have an opposing opinion about all that bullshit they be talking about. That's why he don't like it. That's why he don't like me. Because every time I come up on this panel, I always have an opposing opinion. Because all he has on there is them goofies talking that I hate black woman rhetoric. Black woman ain't shit. Black woman did this. Black woman do this and done that. You know what I mean? All them talking points of rhetoric that spews out of their funky ass mouth.
Yeah. You hate black women, but yet you want to fuck them and you want to put it back on the shelf. And when they ended up pregnant, you don't want to handle the responsibilities. Please spare me. Spare me to hear relevancy. You hate a black woman, but yet she's especially. I mean, make up your mind on what all these nitpicking things. First, if she's not fit, if she's too skinny, she's a crackhead. If she's fat, she's overweight. If she loses weight, she's too muscular, she's too masculine. I mean, give me a freaking break. Like, what do you want? I mean, you're acting like the women that some of these dudes are acting like the women who are acting like men now. You're doing the exact polar opposite of each other. Like, my fantasy would be to date Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill from WWE is fit, very muscular, very athletic. But she is very feminine in her stance. That's the type of person that would be my fantasy. And that would be the type. I don't know what I think Beyonce would be their fantasy, but she's getting a little bit old in the tooth. So I don't even know what these people want. We want a very feminine person, but as soon as you go down for the count and you get sick and everything. She has to do the masculine things that you do. She has to change the tire. She has to do some manly things that women are capable of doing. Some things, not all. And you're here just complaining. You're doing nothing but yelling the same bullshit ass rhetoric that so long ago these women were yelling. It's like a tag you're it moment. I'm getting sick of these tags. I'm really getting sick of them.
I'm gonna tell you what masculine is. They think it's a woman having a different opinion. They masculine. They figure is a woman have her own head, her own thinking, her own opinion, her own head on her shoulders. She masculine. She can't have no kind of she can't have her own opinion to herself. If you want, let's say you want to go, y'all in the car and y'all want to pick a restaurant. You want to go to this restaurant, but she don't want to go to that restaurant. Now she's masculine because she got a different opinion. She don't want to go to that restaurant. She's being masculine now. She gotta be under your thumb. She gotta be at your whip like she a goddamn slave or something. These niggeros is twisted and fucked up in the head, man. Sorry for cussing on your
Watch this. Hey, Bridge, if you're still here, check this out. We're going on a date, right? I say I want to go to Popeye's Chicken. I want to go to Popeye's Chicken, get some Popeyes. You say, no, I want to go to a restaurant. Say I want to go to P. Chang's restaurant because I want my chicken fried rice or whatever. So this is what we'll do. We'll either sit down, we'll play a game, or we'll play Thumb War or something like something very small. And if I lose, guess what? We're going to P. Chang's. If I win, we're going to Popeyes and we're going to go eat. So simple. Nothing. It's just simple. Everything is so complicated. Everything is so calculated and misrepresented. And you're supposed to do what I say, not as I do. All the yada 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 type stuff. And you know one of the reasons why. And guess what? Oh, I almost forgot to tell you, Adam. You remember Cynthia G, right?
Everybody knows her.
Everybody knows. Okay. I dislike that woman with a passion, but there's one thing that she did say that stuck with me. She said, what if all the black women left? What would you do? What would a black man do if all the women, after absorbing all this nonsense, what would you do? And I said, she's wrong for this, but then again, she has a point. What would a black man do if a black woman just said, uplift, uprise every black woman, we are out? What would you do? You have no
man.
Spirituality is out the door because nobody knows you better than the black woman herself. Nobody. You're gonna go to these snow bunnies and you're gonna become something different. And you're gonna become you're still a threat to them, but you're gonna become something different. And when they off you, when there's no black men left, then what? I'll yield that floor. Hey, that's
yeah, because we would be nothing without a black woman. Period. If all black women this cease on messing with black men, look here, we would we would all crumble and go on. We would fall and go underneath the goddamn planet. I'm gonna tell you how. Because for one, all other races of women ain't gonna go for black man because all other races of women don't like black man. So they're gonna leave the ones. They're gonna leave the ones who can't get a different race of women. They're gonna leave them out. So how they gonna reproduce? How they gonna reproduce or what have you? Procreate and continue their bloodline. They ain't gonna be able to do it.
Nope.
Hell, they diluting their bloodline when they get with another race of women. So you know that's a downhill of itself. So no, we won't be shit without a woman. That's why these guys on here to be talking all that yin yang and all that goofy shit. They ain't they disingenuous. They know good and well they need a black woman. They just on here to hear they self talk. They just on here to hear they self talk, man.
I want you to answer his question. How come you ain't got no black woman? You need to stop.
I was ignoring his ass. I think he dropped down because I was ignoring his ass.
It's like, yo, why aren't you protecting these women? If it's required, but I'm not I ain't no fool now. I ain't gonna be protecting everybody because I don't want to get caught in that trap, but there's like a very, very small, it's like a very, very small percentage that a woman would stab you in your back after you done helped them out. But that's a very, very small percentage in my opinion. But it's like this. I wouldn't intervene if a man and a woman, they're a couple. I wouldn't intervene, but I would call the police if he was beating the brakes off her ass. I don't want him to beat her to death, but I would. I wouldn't go over there and intervene. No, that's a no-no, because he'll end up killing your ass, and she'll hop in the car and go off with him. But I think the right thing would do is just call the police and let them deal with it. But I wouldn't intervene. Now, if it was a stranger and the woman don't know this man, and this man just assaulting her or what have you, yeah, I would intervene. Yeah. Okay.
But
you're honest. You're honest. You're honest. That's honesty. But I guess honesty wouldn't be enough because, as one would put it, Hank. Hank was, I ain't gonna. That woman ain't got my last name, so why the fuck would I risk helping that woman out? Unless she ain't got my last name, dog. I would be protecting a woman. I'm like, that's your business. Meanwhile, stop shouting community because you don't have a community because you're selfish.
See, they misconstruing.
You have to be selfless. You have to be selfless, and you have to go after some, not all. I'm not asking you to go to every person and say, "Look here, would you stop doing?" No, there are ways to protecting a woman. There are ways, right? Your way would be calling the police. My way would be shouting across the street, "Hey, bro, that 25 to life ain't gonna be looking good with you in the penitentiary, my brother." You could say shit like that, right? Or if you're in the crosshairs, of course, you're just gonna just grab her and just walk off, walk out or wherever you're at. But if you can avoid it, just shout across the street. Just you don't have to put in the hands on nobody. Just shout across the street or call the police. That's 2 or 3 scenarios that we just mentioned right there. Right? You don't have to be involved in everything because there's danger in everything that you do. There's danger everywhere that you go. Of course, you can be a woman can be beaten to death, right? And you come across the crosshairs you don't know if you're coming across crosshairs of a blinky or something like that, and you can be terminated. You don't know that. So I'm not as stupid as coming across crosshairs between somebody who's getting the ass whooped. I wouldn't do that, and I don't think a woman wouldn't do that for me. I don't think a woman would actually do that for me other than to call the police. So I don't even. I mean, do what you will, do what you think that is a little bit more responsible, a little bit more respectable, but a little bit more responsible. But at the end of the day, Dante, we want to what? Go home.
Yeah, don't. I mean, let's not get this. See, the problem is they're getting this protection thing misconstrued. We ain't. Nobody's saying that you should go out and put your neck on the line for a woman, every damn woman you don't know. Like I explained earlier. If you come across a couple and then a man is whooping a woman ass, but they're a couple, no, you should not intervene. No, you shouldn't. Either you got two options. Either you walk away and mind your business, or you just call the police. But don't physically go intervening. No, because that's how you get yourself in trouble. And she gonna end up hopping in the car with him and going off and leaving your dead ass on the sidewalk.
So I'm gonna ask you, like family member to family member. So what am I supposed to do in the meantime? I can't just let this thing go. I can't let that go because she might die. So what do I do?
Call the police. Call the police, bro. And if a woman, let's say, call the police, bro. That's the best thing you can do, bro. Because if you intervene and get yourself in that, I'm telling you, brother, you're gonna die in vain. That's all you're gonna do. You're gonna die in vain. Because when he get through emptying that clip in your ass, she gonna hop in that car and it gonna make her coochie wet. As soon as they get home, she gonna be riding up from the sun up to sundown. That's why I say it's best just to not intervene. If you want to do it right, if you want to do the right thing, call the police. Now let's say is a woman walk up to you and ask you, could you to help her because this man is a man that's hackling her and bothering her and she don't know the man. That's a whole nother issue right there. Okay, yeah, you should as a man you should provide your provision and protection right there. You should, because she don't know that man and that man could try to do all kind of sorts of things to that woman. Yeah, as a man, yeah, you should provide that protection. I would, but far as we talking about a domestic thing between spouses, no, don't intervene. Don't even, no sir.
The average police response time can vary widely depend on situations, locations, and urgencies are called. For emergencies, call 911. Average response time is typically 5 to 6 minutes. So 5 to 6 minutes, she could be losing blood. 5 to 6 minutes, she can be losing brain pressure. 5 to 6 minutes, she can die on the spot, and there's a whole bunch of niggas standing around, and we ain't doing shit. Okay.
Well, I'm trying to be just as logical as I can, brother. I'm trying to be, fair. I'm trying to be fair and balanced and logical as I can, brother. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
For real.
I hear you.
Because you can't. Yeah.
You can't save everyone. I get it.
No, you can't. You can't save people from themselves. You got to let life teach them.
Yeah. Happy belated birthday to Mahogany Roots and MJ. These niggas, yeah.
My point. So the things that you're saying that you can just verify, I put the link in the chat already, so you're cooked. But if we're just going to make up statistics, just make sure that, you know what I'm saying, you're not a hypocrite. You're telling him not to prove things or say things he can't substantiate.
What link
you
did
can't
you
do
put
the
in the
same thing either.
Let's look up your link. What link did you pull up?
To understand what you're reading. So yes.
So, hold on.
Backgrounds and
what he talking about?
Those people are living their life.
I'm going there right now.
They can read or not read. It's okay. They can comprehend. They can read. Because you went to college and you got a degree doesn't mean anything. Let's just be real. What matters in this society that we live in is money. You can be dumb as hell, but if you can make money, you're good. If you don't know how to make money, you can be smart as hell and you're going to struggle. So y'all love, feminists, males or females, love to get behind things that don't pertain to making money, because most people who have that mindset can't compete with people who make money. So they have to discredit the money to try to elevate their strength, which their strength doesn't move mountains.
Will, can I ask you a question? What is
well, unless you're in a lower paying or lower tier job, right? What other profession can you make above, right, without an education, without a degree? That don't make any. I'm losing patience. I'm losing patience with these motherfuckers. Thank you, Muhammad, for coming by. Sheila's blessing, but how you been all day just talking to himself. But yeah, I'm losing patience with this shit. As far as I know, fucking being a doctor. Let's just say that being a doctor. If I don't have a degree, I can't even join that profession, right? So what other paying job can you get without being a professional, without getting a degree? Besides, let me see. I don't know, being a janitor. Other than being a janitor, other than being a some type of. You can't even be a CNA without education.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
So what the fuck is this?
And if that man, I'm gonna tell you about this goofy, that goofy old next to public defender. If he's smarter, if he's so-called smarter than his wife, then that says a lot about him. Because he picked a woman to marry, to be with. So that says a lot about him. Because his wife is always going to be a reflection of him. So that says a lot about him, about the caliber of woman he picks. And that's where a lot of these dudes just don't get it. They just don't get it. Some black men ain't critical thinkers.
To them, they are.
The definition of feminism?
I don't give a damn.
Then why are you using the word?
It ain't masculine.
I know, but and what's the definition of masculinity?
That of a man.
And this is what I'm saying. In real time, you have a man that barely can read past the 6th grade, probably, and he don't know the words he's using. And then he's using the words out of context, but you use the words out of context. And that's important when we're having a discussion. That's why we cannot have these discussions properly, because you have educated people and undereducated people, and the lines are we're never gonna align. It's not.
Well, let's not be disrespectful. Are you saying that I can't?
I'm being dead serious.
Hold on, sir. You don't even know my question. Are you saying that I can't read above a 6th grade level?
I don't think you can.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't ask.
I don't think you read past the 6th grade level.
See, the problem is, that right there.
I don't think you read past the 6th grade level, and I'm saying you don't think.
What?
See that right there. See
what?
These black men, they wanna have a one-sided biased opinion about women. But as soon as we pick out the shortcomings of black man, that is a problem. Is a big old problem now. Public defender was pointing out this, the data and statistics about the average black man reading level. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. But if we get on the women and point out all these women shortcomings or what have you, is all gravy. Ain't nobody got no clapback. Ain't nobody got nothing to say. As soon as we come to the man, now is a damn problem. Picking out our flaws or what have you and our shortcomings. Now is a problem. See, these dudes, I tell you, these dudes on here be full of shit, man. They're not genuine. They come on here, they want a one-sided bias, one-sided opinion. And that's all. Okay, brother. Hello.
Welcome to the panel.
Hey, how my brothers doing on this panel this evening?
We're doing just fine, my princess.
What's going
on? My queen, go ahead.
What's going on? You know what, Lord, that's why I had to leave the sector, because they be talking some crazy stuff. And when the brother who left talking about the sister, let me tell you something again. I'll say this over and over again. A lot of our black males get into politics. We got a lot of women backing them up and stuff like that. And then you got a lot of people who really in marriage or not even marriage, been together for decades and just doing their thing. And I see majority of guys on social media is just complaining because they got rejected. We're going to keep it real. Now, the majority of ladies who reject them, they're not even educated. They're like street girls. Go ahead.
No. You hit on the point what I just hit earlier. These dudes are getting upset because it's not just what happened recently. It's been happening for years of a woman or a girl or whatever since junior high or high school. They said no to them. No, they've been getting countless no's. I've been getting countless no's, and I've been playing the field for half of my life until I finally found the one that said yes. And still to this day, I'm still with her. You know,
and it's so ignorant. That no has been a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So they're always looking at the appearance or whatever. I mean, come on. Men, y'all visualize. They had to look a certain way. They had to look pretty. They had to talk a certain way. That's all. Let's keep it real. Y'all chose a nice looking girl, ain't about nothing, then the one not that attractive, educated, got something going on. Y'all go by looks a lot. Y'all do.
To be perfectly honest with, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. There was a point in time where I did, but then there was also a point in time. It's like I get what I can get.
Let's keep it real.
I get what I can get. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I'm not a perfect person either. But who cares? You're getting with an individual who is willing to love you for who you are, and how you present yourself. The first thing is communication. The second thing is presentation. How you present your do your presentation thing to her. It means volumes. You ever seen that Cosby Show where Vanessa decides to date a 30-year-old or whatever that was a maintenance man, and Claire and Cliff Huxtable brought him in the room and told him basically, we don't like your ass, and they told him why we didn't like you. It's all about presentation. If you would have presented me with, well, it all starts with the woman first. What does a woman want, or what does a woman want in life? Do you believe in God? Do you want this? Do you want that? Well, like, what are your plans? What are your dreams? What are your goals? Then it comes to you. And it's like, well, my dream is my thing is I have a degree in psychology, and I want to pursue that because I want to.
Go ahead.
Yes, I want to help people in psychology. So I'm a psychologist. You can be a nuclear physicist or whatever. We make money. We're independent. That's the presentation. And then it goes on from there. I don't see why that is a particular problem. And it doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter how you look. I
You
mean,
say that lots, but a lot of these guys, I mean, as we get older, I'm gonna be honest, you gain weight. I gained a lot of weight in the last couple of years. I was skinny, but I'm gaining, you know, my body, people pay for it now. But either here or there, you got a lot of men and men say, oh, she ain't weighing 125 pounds and this and that or whatever. Like, come on, let's be realistic. Half y'all sitting up there, you ain't going to the gym. Y'all look like y'all about 5 to 6 months pregnant, but y'all talk about a woman should be a size 7 to 8.
First and foremost, God did not put us here on this earth simply because of looks, or simply because she has a big ass, or simply because she has some nice tits. He ain't put us on the earth for that. Well, he put us on the earth, and understand me when I say this. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Mahogany, she has the perfect body type, right? The perfect body type. She complains a lot. I get mad at her for complaining about how she looks. It's like, woman, please stop.
Yeah, Mahogany is nice looking, and I'm being she's telling the chat, sis, as you gain weight, I like you better as you got thicker. Yeah,
she looks as fine as wine. That's what melanin does.
Mm-hmm.
It puts us in the perfect position to age gracefully. I don't think she's understanding that. So at some point, you need to look in the mirror and say, I look, because of the grace of God, I look good. I look great. I could care less about what everybody else thinks. And you'll be better off.
Back loving yourself. When you love yourself, you don't care what nobody say.
Exactly. So I don't go based on looks, even though I used to, but I was young. I was in the 6th grade. And understand, I was trying to get with this nice little girl, yeah, whoopty whoopty boo, and it didn't work out for me. I thought if I played football, if I thought I was in martial arts, that I had some type of, decorum with me, you know what I'm saying? And then I end up that way. And so finally I went out and I kept playing the field and kept playing it. I kept getting played. And finally I met somebody that, I ended up saying I love you. I love you the second night, our second date. I remember saying I love you my second date. And she looked at me like I was crazy. I said, what are you talking about? It was like, well, I ain't gonna explain that story, but we're still together to this day. So you had to
still married today, right?
We're still married today. But you had to put it in this sense. You have to go based on what a person would do for you outside of all this noise. Because no one that I know listens to YouTube and they go, what the hell is these niggas talking about?
And look, the sad thing about it, they have some beautiful sisters in the chat. Some beautiful sisters, and they're talking crazy. I'm like, you know what? It's sad. It's sad. As an older person that's skinny, listen.
You want a person that's skinny, but if she's too skinny, she's a crackhead. If she's too muscular, she's masculine.
Right.
If she's too fat, then she's overweight.
Right.
Doesn't Lizzo have a boyfriend now?
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
And lost a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she can still lose more, but that's her choice. She has a boyfriend now. So it's something that I'm missing. It's something that people are leaving out. But
These dudes on here is full of mess. They full of shit. Because if you look at their baby mamas, if you look at the woman they married to now, they are either overweight, they ain't all that. They probably a 3 and 4 and 5 at best. You know what I mean? So these guys come on here talking that a woman's weight and her body fat percentage and all that up, man, they full of shit. I told you they just on here just to run their damn mouth. They're hypocrites. They talk out of both sides of their neck.
Why they gotta go through all this stress, bro? There are many things to talk about other than how old a woman is. How she hit a wall or some shit. What the why does it have to come?
Because they can't get that woman. They can't get that woman. She can be in her 50s and they still want her and they can't get her. So they come on here and they bitch about the woman they can't get.
You speaking truth, my brother. Hello, my beautiful sister just came on the panel.
Brownie. How
hey,
you
Sheila. Hey,
How you doing?
Hey, I'm all right. I'm sick as fuck right now, y'all. I'm over here dying.
You got the flu or something?
You ain't had your vitamin C, gal?
Feel better.
I need something. I'm out here bad.
I was sitting up here drinking my cocktail, cooking my black eyed peas. I said, let me get on this panel and mess with my afternoon.
I need a bowl of black eyed peas, Sheila.
Yes, I'm doing old school. I got me some smoked black bones. Yeah, some black eyed peas. I made me some mac and cheese and some turkey wings.
Oh, you just need some cornbread, and we in there.
Oh no, I'm trying to lose weight.
Ain't nothing wrong with one slice of
I done
cornbread.
gained so much weight since I moved down here, West Virginia. Shoot.
Ain't nothing wrong with a slice of cornbread. Nothing wrong with that. No, I ain't got to do. Hey,
Mahogany, come on the piano. Yeah.
I had 9 tacos last night. Homemade.
No, you didn't.
Homemade.
I ain't ate since
damn right.
I ain't ate since yesterday morning.
What you taking for your cold and stuff? What you taking?
I got some Sinex Severe for my sinuses, and then I got some NyQuil Severe for my body.
You drink a lot of fluids, ginger ale, water?
I usually do, but I haven't been. I don't know. I ain't been thirsty since. I don't get thirsty like that when I get sick. So I got popsicles. I ordered some popsicles earlier. So I got some.
Still, you're not eating a lot. You still got taking a lot of fluids. You know. So
I know. I'm trying. I need my mama.
Oh, I
You not need
oh,
mama.
no, she didn't.
I need my mama.
Where your daddy at? I'd put
He's somewhere. He'll give me what I need, but nah, like
I'll put some not Noxzema. What's that called? Vicks Vapor Rub on your chest.
That's old school right there. I'll put me some on my chest, put my onesie on. I
don't want grease stains on my sheets and stuff. So y'all want grease stains on my sheets. I'm cool.
I know, right?
That's why
I got the
give
sad
you.
ones. It be smell. You wash and smell still on it.
That's why I gave you the towel. But if you that sick, then why are you up here?
Because you got my name in the title. I was gonna tell you I'm not gone. I'm just taking a break. I'm busy working. Honestly, I had to call out work today, and I've been working like 6 days a week.
You can't find you anywhere.
I know. I've been busy as fuck. I've been working 6 days a week for the past like 3-4 weeks.
Okay.
And you must work from home then. You work from home?
No, I don't.
And you still going to work and you're not still. You better take care of yourself.
I didn't go to work because I do makeup. So my other job is makeup. So I didn't. When you sick, you don't have to come in because I can't be in people's faces putting blush on them and shit, coughing like that's breathing.
So I called off. Understand me and Mahogany, we were worried about you.
No, you don't gotta be worried. There's nothing wrong. My life is okay. I've been good. I've been productive. I'm just taking a break. I'm gonna come back. I've been working on rebranding, so I'm gonna come back with some new
content.
Not content necessarily, but I'm gonna come back with some new branding stuff. I'm gonna come back with a couple of things. I'm working on edits and updating it. So when I come back, I'll be back. But right now, I'm just busy as fuck, and I really don't have time for YouTube because I'm busy AF. So I'll just be rushing off in the clouds. If I need a comment, and I'm gonna hit the link like right now because I don't have my channel, so I can't comment in the chat either, which is cool. So, hey y'all, I'm alive. I'm good. I'm well.
You mean what? You mean you don't have your channel? You don't ain't got your channel no more?
Nah, I put it away for a little bit. I'll be back.
Oh, you hide it. Okay.
Yeah, I put it away for a little bit. I'll be back. So y'all ain't gonna see me in chats. The only time you're gonna see me is if I hit a link.
Well, I don't never be on this sector anyway. I'll be over here in the B sector, the Mo 3 sector.
I'll be seeing you, Sheila. I'll be seeing you over
there. I know, right? I be acting up. I'll be over at Brenda's and stuff.
Mo 3 sector, huh?
Yeah, I'll be over there in that B sector and stuff. Yeah, because our sector is so I ain't trying to hear about no.
Say hi to Duke for me.
Duke is a mess. I be seeing him over there. Duke, he in the class all by himself. Lord bless him.
He really is.
He wanted.
You know Duke, huh?
Me and him got into it a couple of times.
I don't get it. I don't get it. That's why I'm more safer over here. And I'm surprised. But can I tell? I want to tell you the real reason why I had. Well, I already told you from the beginning why I put your face up there in the first place, because I thought somebody had said something or did something. It's the exact same thing with Mahogany. What happened to her? What was going on yesterday? So that will be the only.
See, I don't even know what was going on yesterday. See, Mahogany, get on this piano. I don't be knowing nothing.
Well, I heard
on yesterday.
I don't know. She was yelling at. She's always yelling at somebody. I don't
leave
know.
My girl alone. They don't want me to jump off the porch. Go ahead.
Something about some dude in a purple ass some purple raven dude. I don't know who the fuck that is.
I know who she talking about.
You need to stay in a doggone chat, nigga. You know what? I'm gonna get on her too, because she need to just stop being in different places. They didn't know that.
I'm not gonna say anything.
I know what she's talking about. I know what she's going through. Hell no, ain't nobody gonna run me off this motherfucker like that. They gonna have to do a little bit. They gonna have to do a lot more. But nah.
Oh, well, you appreciate it, not tolerate it. Shoot.
Ain't that facts? But Mahogany, I see. I'm like, I know what Mahogany going through. I already talked. Me and her had a couple talks about that. But no, ain't nobody about to be harassing me.
I feel like our sector dead anyway. That's why I'll be over there at the B sector and stuff. There's nothing going on.
I thought they was in love with white women. Anytime I go over there, they always praising white women over there.
Where?
BGS. I gotta find out I gotta find who that bitch boy bird Raven boy is.
I know exactly who you talking about, and
I don't know him. Bird, who's that?
No, it's a Sheila. They not. How can I say this?
They're irrelevant.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say they're irrelevant, but to you they would be irrelevant, Sheila. I'm gonna say it like that. To you they would be irrelevant. Like,
I haven't seen DJ Kuda go live. I haven't.
Kuda changed the name of his channel. He's been live.
I've seen that.
It's called like the Chewing Gum Podcast or Mental Chewing Gum or something like that.
I gotta go over there and bother him. Yeah, because I want us to do an old school throwback or something, you know.
Oh. And of course, I was supposed to be doing something on fatherhoods, but
what y'all doing for Father's Day? I mean, y'all need to do a Father's Day pin.
What I won't be here. I will be going to Cali. So
believe me, it's gonna be a lot of dusties on social media on Father's Day.
I'm gonna be outside. My dad and his people, they do a Father's Day cookout every year. And
I'll be here. You know what? Look, I'm be here in West Virginia by myself. When I'm here by myself, I got all the time to be on YouTube. This YouTube my action. When you don't see me on YouTube, I'll be in New York or North Carolina. Mm-hmm. So I'm home. I'll be on YouTube. Yeah, I'm over here in the mountains.
Dante, what you gonna be doing for Father's Day?
Well, I'm not a father, so I'm not gonna be doing nothing.
Oh, you
can take care of somebody. You can take care of somebody else's child.
Oh, you'll be a good stepdaddy.
Y'all, see, I'm gonna have to get him married.
We're gonna get him a stepchild, huh? Oh.
Hey, there's 10 million niggas need to be adopted. Adopted one.
I'm gonna do that too. I be going all the time. Yeah. I would think about doing that.
I didn't mean to startle anyone. I didn't mean to get it. I don't mean to get anybody upset or anything. It's just that I have some concerns. I have some.
What happened?
My shit keep going out.
Is you there?
Hold on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hold on. Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh. I can hear you. You kind of muffled, but I can hear you.
Yeah, my shit keep going out. But my main focus is just to change the algorithm a little bit, and I'm just gonna stop talking about certain shit because it's only fucking with me to a degree where I'm losing people. So I'm just gonna start.
You losing your subscribers on your channel?
Yeah, because if I'm not talking about certain people, like if I'm not talking about men in general, then they lose interest because I talk about women a lot. So, but I'm usually a more balanced. I'm usually more balanced cat. I'm usually a more balanced character. So it's like, why not just tell the truth? You know what I mean? But
and then you can talk about men that didn't have women on your panel. Wow,
say what?
I said you can still talk about men's point of views and just have our inputs as females. I'll come on and support you on that.
Again, if I'm not pandering to men, if I'm not saying that,
all right.
If I'm not looking in the direction of it's just so many. It's just so much dumb shit.
Stop, like you know what? Didn't you say that last time when I was here a couple of months ago? Look, I'm talking junk, drinking my cocktail.
You remember a couple of months ago. What did I say?
Huh? No, you were saying the same thing.
You're gonna hold me to it. You're gonna hold me to it. What did I say a couple of months ago?
No, you were saying the same thing though. If you don't cater to them, they're not gonna support you. But it's not like, just be open-minded. Think outside the box.
I tried to give it a chance, I guess. I tried to give it a chance to see if it's like okay, so it's like
because you're not no simp or nothing like that. I can't say that. You're not no simp. You're neutral, That's your personality. That's your character,
Yeah, but I was called a pander the other day.
Really?
I was called a whole bunch of things. I'm called a pander, and I was like, "What the hell is pandering? What do I have to pay?"
I never heard that one before. Anybody in the panel ever heard that one before? See, I be hearing a lot of good things, new things on YouTube.
Trust me, they'll come up with something. They'll come up with something else.
I never got called a B in my life until I got on YouTube.
Well, ain't that the truth, Sheila? But y'all, I'm about to get off. I feel like shit. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just in the clouds. Y'all not gonna see me in the chats. Like I said, if I don't hit the link, y'all ain't gonna see me. But I'll be around. I'm watching y'all. Mahogany, I was watching you last night, girl. I was watching you earlier. We-On-Loc. Yeah. I'll be back when I'm back.
Take some elderberry or something, girl.
I'm about to drink this can of Coke and take my ass back to sleep.
Pepsi Zero is better, but let me
No,
not
it's
tell you
not.
that. Yes,
Pepsi
it is.
disgusting.
You are a fucking hater.
I couldn't tell the difference between Pepsi and Coke as a kid, but as a grown woman,
You could tell Pepsi is way better than Coke. I had took the
Pepsi is
challenge
sweeter.
at ShopRite and I won. Yeah, I'm a
Pepsi is
Pepsi
sweeter.
head.
Would
Pepsi
you
is
please do something with your girl? She is worried to death. She's worried about you.
I'm on Instagram. Y'all can still hit me up on Instagram. I'm still like,
Is Mahogany in the chat? Because I can't see the chat. I don't know who in the chat.
yeah,
To all
Mahogany
the
in the
beautiful
chat.
people in the chat.
See,
Mahogany, come on the piano. Yeah. I miss
Get
my
that
sector.
Coke. Get that Coke out of here. There's nothing but Coke.
Yeah,
Get
Pepsi
that.
was up. Coke is I don't like Coke. Oh, Pepsi. I love that Pepsi. When it's cold too, it's like it got that kick.
Yes,
no,
she's a Pepsi person. Yes.
when you sick and you drink a hot Coke, it like break down all of that mucus that you have in your throat.
And that's
like,
the case. You
No,
might get
I
your
didn't know that.
ginger ale, boo-boo.
So I didn't know that. Okay, that's one of the remedies to get the phlegm out there. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
That's her theology. That's her theology. That's my
the
theology.
remedy is gin, just a small pint of gin with some honey. Drink that shit. No tea, no gin.
I had some tea yesterday that worked, but I ain't got time to make no tea unless I'm so. I'm gonna just grab my can of Coke and I'm gonna go my way.
You need to be drinking ginger ale. Put that Coke down. Get you some ginger ale, girl.
Please get you ginger ale.
Ginger ale ain't even got ginger.
Now what type of ginger ale we talking though?
Ginger ale ain't even got ginger in it. So
yes,
there's that.
I know that gin will dry you away. I know that gin will dry you out. I know that, goddamn it. If you got phlegm in your throat, that gin will dry you out.
Mahogany, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Michelle. Hey, Brownie, Dante.
And we don't give a fuck if it's your birthday. No.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your
I
birthday.
tell you what, I had left for a second, but I definitely will email you. And Trish, all you got to do is give me your email. I'll go to your channel. I'll find it. But
Trish in the chat.
Someone asked me for my email. I think it was her.
Oh, okay.
I think it was her.
So how you been?
I've been doing okay. I've been, girl.
I heard it been bothering you on the YouTube street, so I had to come off the porch.
No, it's just
you know your big sister don't play that. Go ahead.
Oh, it's just the trolls.
Okay.
They, remember I told you Reg invited a couple of trolls, and it's just been having.
I thought Reg. Wait. I thought Reg stopped going live and stuff. Am I still doing that?
No. Well, what it is I don't think. Like, I did not realize he was as sensitive. Thank you so much for all you guys. But he's kind of sensitive, and I think those trolls are getting to him. But he has a room full of trolls, and they really, what they do is they play up in his face, and then they go back to other people's channels and talk.
And talk about him.
Yeah, and it's not right. It's really not right. They need. I
got to go there and support Reg. I got to come back over to my sector. I miss y'all.
Oh, we miss you too. But
I miss you guys.
I miss you. I love you. And all of us are still right here. I totally understand.
I know. Yeah. Life in life, and I'm a grandmother. I got 2 grandkids now. I have an 8-year-old. Then I have a 3-week-old. So I was in New York doing my grandma duties, taking care of my daughter, her husband, until she had a baby. And, Yeah, I've been back home for like about 4 days now. So you know I'll be acting when I get back here in the mountains of West Virginia.
Oh, let me plug my computer
I'm
in
gonna
before it dies.
give him an application. I'm gonna put his ass to work.
I had the best son-in-law in the whole wide world. I had two. Go ahead.
Mahogany.
Good. That's really good.
He's a good father. He is, and a husband. He is.
Who in particular are we talking about?
Her son-in-law.
Yeah, my daughter.
Oh.
My oldest daughter, she's 37. She just had a baby 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
Congratulations.
And I had to go down there and take care, him doing everything. I'm like, let me come down there. So I had to take my grandson to school, pick him up and stuff, and then he got hurt on a job. So then I had to really, do the household and stuff like that. And he really appreciated it. Yeah, I'm like, well, that's what grandmas do. That's what mothers do, He like, you special, because most mothers don't do it. I said, no, when they come to mine, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So he's gonna be running for president of the United States pretty soon, I hope, right?
No, he ain't into politics.
No politics?
No, he's not into no. He's what? He's he's smart. He's a nerd. He's more into he's not into politics now. He into his books and educational stuff and all that. He's not into politics.
Well, what do you say? What do you say to a person that says a woman lacks or has too much education? What would you say of that? Just curious.
Me?
Yeah, you. Yeah. Woman's that her education doesn't mean much. What would you say to that?
To them, maybe to them, but to her, too. You don't probably know what that woman had to go through to get the education. So you can't in a situation like that. Like, I'm not a brainy. My husband was a brainy, and my kids is. I'm more like a B student. So I'm high on education. I'm really in. With my kids, my grandkids, and stuff like that. Like my grandson, he 8 and he speaks languages and stuff like that. But
you're a B student, right?
Yeah, I am. Because my daughters don't have to study; they could take tests like that. Me, I always been the type that I have to study for my tests. I can't just say, okay. Even when it comes to schoolwork, I had to study. I wasn't blessed like that. I had to get for dad. But not like that. Yeah. So
but again, you're a B student that is more applicable than the average C student, which they let C students get away with anything. So
I don't think so.
To the
I have to disagree on that. And you know what? I'm gonna break it down. Wait, hold on. Let me get my phone.
C student just happened to be the president of the United States of America. Just saying. I'm gonna
tell you something. Y'all gonna laugh at me.
Go ahead.
I'm in psychology, right? And I'm getting tired of taking care of people all my life. So I said I want to do me. Guess what I was doing for the last couple of months?
What's that?
Bricklaying.
Okay.
And then you need bricklaying, yeah.
I know people who I know women who are in construction right now. Vegas especially Vegas. Vegas is a very big place now.
Yeah.
And they hire any and everyone, including the women. So why?
So yeah, first Black African American West Virginia Parker bricklayer. So I always wanted to do like hard work, but my husband like, nah, because my field was always taking care of people. And I said, let me do bricklaying, and then I'm going into welding.
Why don't you take care of some of these Negroes that keep talking all this bullshit? Sorry.
Since you psychologist.
Well, my family do that. That's my uncle and all them into all that stuff. My family, they're into bricklaying, construction, and carpenter, electrician, and stuff like that.
If I was in your neighborhood,
we only had to sit there and look pretty. So now I'm doing the men's work.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. If that's in your DNA, if that's something that you want to do, I find nothing wrong with that. But my point is that, of course, trying to put it away. You have to ignore some of these niggas saying that this some outlandish shit. Again, we don't need women who do that. We need this what men are here for. It's like, if a woman can
I do not like an average bricklayer. No, I don't.
You look like a person that can do my hair. You look like a person that can do my hair. This thing is laying. I'm thinking about cutting it all. But no,
well, I have a nephew who had 2 barbershops. So. Yeah. So I'm good with my hands. I can do nails here. I can do all that. Yeah.
You're describing things that men and women can do.
Right.
You're describing it on a whim.
Well, my baby daughter, she's a truck driver. She have her own truck driving business.
Everybody does truck driving. I couldn't.
No, she have her own truck driving business.
Yeah.
Her family, that's what they do. Yeah, she put her cousin on and stuff. Yeah, she don't just drive trucks; she run the whole company.
Right.
It's not cheap neither.
Check this out. Everything that you just described, everything that the foundation is laid on the table. Everything that you have said is a foundation, and it's being laid perfectly. Why would people disrupt that? Why? The only person, the only group that I fear and I get ignorant with are white people. But I'm starting to get to that.
I can't say that because it was a white male who helped me into bricklaying and construction and stuff. I didn't know about that.
You got to that point to where you own your child or whoever owns their own businesses, correct? That's the point of it, is to owning controlling your own business, right? As Dr. Claude Anderson included. So now everything is laid in foundation for you, I, whoever. No, let's start with the younglings. Sorry for the Star Wars reference, but let's start with the younglings. Everything is set in place for everybody to come in and take whatever they desire. Bricklaying, carpentry, electrician. What's the
and that's why forefathers used to do that. They used to do that.
Yeah.
Down south, we still had that house where my great grandfather built, where my grandmother was born in, and she was born in 1920. And my her father built that house, and that house still up today. So that's in my family. Bricklaying, electrician, carpenters, all that, you know. And my husband, he was an engineer. He still lives, you know, my ex. Yeah. So,
wait.
And the women, we had that gift, but we was a trade to don't do that. Do hair or sewing and stuff like that. But the women.
So what do you have to do? So what do you have to do to be in this particular trade?
Nothing. Just it's an apprenticeship. You just be there for 4 years and they train you. But then after the 4
years, they have to go 4 years. 4 years apprenticeship. 4 years apprenticeship. Okay. Do they have to go to? Of course, dumb question. They have to go to school for it, correct?
Well, while you did, it's on the job training. You got to know your math measurements and fractions and stuff like that. As you go, they train. And see, that'd be good for my grandsons. So me to teach my grandsons, and you know, so.
I mean, around. I'm just asking because around here they just move the goalpost all the time. You have to be educated. Like, okay, you get your education.
No, you
get your
don't.
degree.
They don't. It's a trade. It's a trade. When you nail the kids in school, they could take all that trade up. Yeah.
I live in Vegas. It's a whole different beast. Yeah. It's a whole different beast over here. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I tried it so many times. And then you had to
go to school. When you go into school, and when you graduate, you got that big old student loan. Why not take a trade that you're really good at or whatever? You know.
Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is, I went online to do it. I went online to do it though. I went online and I said I wanted to be in this particular trade.
What kind of trade?
Said, HVAC. HVAC. My first one was carpentry.
Okay, so that right there, that's everything right there. But you could do that. You could do an apprenticeship with that. Okay, you know about metal and steel? They teach you that too. But you talking about they teach you that. Yeah. If you go into the union, look on the metal and steel in your state. And they have apprenticeship and you got to be there. But while you there 4 years, they're paying you. And while they're paying
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that.
So look that up. Mm-hmm.
I would not mind that at all. I wouldn't mind that at all. Because how much they get paid, especially per week, good Lord have mercy.
The only thing when you like a German, they probably start that right there. They probably start off with like we're gonna break it down, probably $80 an hour. So when you start, you probably gonna start off with like 30 the first year, and then the second year,
let's do
40, it. And then 50, like that. Like
let's do that.
But you have benefits and stuff, yeah. But you be under them, and then the 4 years, you get the whole 80, and then you can even get more. That's just in the union. A lot of people pay more outside the union because the union, they're gonna make sure you taken care of, you don't get hurt and all that stuff like that. So I'm a union girl, you know.
So am I. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not a girl, but I am a union. I am a union
person. Yeah, because I was a union person.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But
look into that your state where you at. Yeah. Look into that. Yeah.
You know how many I've gone through so many hoops. It was like I'm not going back to school.
Look on the apprenticeship. Google apprenticeship. What you want to look for, and then because a lot of people don't know. Even your career center, your unemployment office, they have all that there. And as Black people, we never heard of apprenticeship. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I was an apprentice. I was not an apprenticeship, but I was an apprentice. Yeah. I was called a pre-apprentice. Okay. And pre-apprentice, that's like 45-50%. So in order for you to be out of that pre-apprentice stage, they have to approve you, or your boss has to approve you, and then you'll be at 55%, which is apprentice. So you go from apprentice to journeyman or whatever, and then you go on from
the journeyman. You train it under them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which is
it's a whole nother world with them. With the electrician, the carpenter, they have their own little world. Yeah, I call it. You know,
I don't give a damn what it is.
Case management, human resource, and I'm like, oh wow, okay, this is my husband talking about. You know, so they have their own little world. You know.
Well, what I'm talking is it's just laying the foundation, wanting to own and control your own stuff, so you can hire other people of your ilk to work for you.
Right.
So simple shit. But you gotta fight that fight. Then we gotta fight some other shit. I was like, this is exhausting.
I know. I'm like,
this is very exhausting. It's like we gotta fight who we are. Are we foundational or are we Adolfs or whatever the hell? Are we Israelites? Are we this? Are we that? And we fighting with the women, and we're fighting with, some of these kunocracies around here. These black crackers or whatever. It's a, instead of what we just spent what 15 minutes. We spent a whole 15 minutes talking about building a foundation for young apprentices to come on in and take what is desirable to them.
Speaking of taking, I think these black men out here should be taking advantage of these construction sites since they're moving these illegal aliens back to their countries. Since ISIS is making strong bust downs or what have you, and crackdowns, and moving these immigrants out the country off these construction sites, because that's all they're doing. They're going around to these jobs and they cracking on these illegal aliens and they sending them back. Now, as black men should take advantage of that and capitalize on that, because I get a news feed.
I'm listening. I'm on mute.
I thought they just moved the the South Africans in.
No. They ain't about to do nothing yet until they move all these illegal immigrants out first, and then they can concentrate on who they gonna move up in here. But for right now, they moving these illegal immigrants out, especially off these jobs. And I think we as black men should take advantage of that. And I think we should promote that of a black man taking advantage of that, instead of us on here just talking about a bunch of nothing.
Support the
channel. If black man had any sense, they would capitalize on getting on these jobs and taking over. Like I say, I get a news feed in my algorithm every other day about ISIS going and cracking down on these illegal aliens on these goddamn construction sites, and they're taking their ass right back to their country. It came out of the president's mouth himself, Mr. Trump, that he planned on getting all these illegal immigrants that ain't got the proper paperwork to get moving them up out of here. He said that out of his mouth. And he's doing it too. And he's doing it with a firm hand too.
He's doing it illegally, by the way.
But hey, I ain't got no problem with that. Because he said it himself when he went into his first term. He said, if we keep letting people come in here illegally and taking all the benefits, black people, he said it out of his mouth now. This is what he said. He said, black people are going to be at the bottom when it comes to getting jobs. He said that out of his mouth. His first term, he was here. His first term. And
was he
went
lying?
Over black and went over, huh?
And was he lying?
No, he was not lying. He was not lying. He was not lying. I may not agree with everything he does, but some things I do agree with him on. And when it comes to that,
sometimes you have to listen and take heed to what people, a dictator, which what I call Donald Trump, is a dictator. It's not just he's not just a capitalist, he's a dictator. So you have to take heed to what he says. Now he may be full of shit, but at least he's constant with the shit. So what?
And he went lying. I'm from California, brother. I'm from California. I grew up in this firsthand. Experienced this firsthand. When these Mexicans get on these jobs, they're not gonna hire anybody but their own. Only thing they're gonna do is move on these jobs, and they're gonna capitalize.
Just like they're doing.
They've been doing it. They've been doing it for years.
Yes.
All the warehouse jobs or what have you, all the construction jobs back home in California, all the Mexicans got it. All the Mexicans got it. Only jobs we got as black folks is maybe working at the airport or Walmart. That's it. far as these McDonald's and all these other fast food restaurants and warehouse jobs and construction, the Mexicans got this sold up.
So Dante, Sheila, what would you find brains of the black community suggest that youngins do? Because we've had our time. What do you think we should? What do you think the youngins should do? Excuse me.
I'm thinking as had did in where I was growing up at it started that teaching them in school the construction, like welding, construction, all that trade stuff. So when they graduate, then they have it while they're in school, they're doing an internship with the companies and stuff, and then with the state, have a partnership with the state and with the unions and stuff like that. So when they get out, they go right into the career. Where I'm from, that's what they had done. They've been doing that for decades. When I graduated, I went right into the state. I started as a summer job. I went right into the state. So they're still doing that in upstate New York, but that's what Mississippi, Louisiana, Virginia, and different ones need to do. They need to do that. They're doing it upstate New York, where I'm from, but a lot of states, they don't do that. That's what they need to do.
Dante?
Because a lot of kids not meant for college. Okay, my nephew, he didn't want to go to college. He did barber in school. So when he got out of school, my cousin had his own barbershop. And then today, my nephew owned 2 barbershops. And then my family did do nursing. So when they was in school, they took the LPN. I was doing nursing, but I ain't like nursing. Then I went from nursing to case management here. So we started in school.
So we're
summer jobs in school. So that's what they had to get them while they're young. Get them while they're young.
Right. So we're starting off on we started with education, and then we ended up we started education all the way to apprenticeship, all the way to Brick Foundation, and then ended up ownership.
Yeah. So you have doctors. You have some kids, they want to be a doctor. Teach them that in school, nursing, engineering, professors. Some kids are so smart. I mean, they're smarter than that's how my youngest daughter, she was real smart. So her major was engineer. So as an engineer, she was in there for 2 years. Then she went straight into trucking.
Y'all support the channel. Please support the channel if you can. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so like I said,
the counselor and the teacher, you should see the individual gifts they have in them. As a parent, you should see your child gift. If your child like cooking, that's a gift. Yes. They could be a chef. They could open up their own restaurant. Sewing. My sister was good with sewing. They could be a designer, clothes and stuff. I mean, don't think small, think big, So just utilize every gift your child had. That's what I did with my kids,
Did they have a plan? Okay. Did they have a plan B just in case?
We had a plan. I'm glad you said that, because me and my oldest daughter, we talk about that now. She supposed to have been in nursing at the age of 17. She would have been an LPN at the age of 19 because she graduated early. Oh, Missy didn't want to do that. We argued about that today. She would have been an RN today, but she not, because she wanted to be with her friends or whatever. The youngest one, and then if you don't want to go into nursing, okay, what you like doing? Okay, she want to do customer service. She like working with people, whatever, human service, okay. But when she got older, she liked the nursing. So now, she would have been an RN today, but being the setback she had, and she didn't want to be in nursing, all the time she don't waste it doing her little jobs and different places or whatever.
Well, it all depends on
how much. That's a setback, yeah. So the young one, her thing was engineering. She didn't want to be an engineer no more because it was a high demand and nobody was doing it but her. So they opened up a trucking school. So her job, she did that and told them, look, if I don't get in that school, I quit. So they got her into trucking. So you always had to have a plan B. You know, she was the first Black African American young trucking at the age of 18. My youngest in Indiana. She only 25. So you have to sit and talk to them and stuff. We didn't have idle time. They didn't have time to, you know, do all that. The youngest one, like the oldest one, she wanted to be in the hood, go into the,
you talking about your family, or you talking about?
I'm talking about my daughter. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was raised in the projects. I didn't raise my kids like that because I've seen a lot. And I didn't want my kids to be exposed to that. And be in my generation, I got married at a young age. So a lot of stuff I was exposed to, I wasn't gonna have my kids exposed to that. You know? So yeah. But as my daughter got in school, the oldest one, because I isolate her. She met kids who was downtown or whatever, and, you know. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But you have to tell them the street and education, you know. Nothing wrong with that, you know.
But here's the thing, and then brought up a good point. Do they want to do the work? I believe you have to remind the young generation that until you hit big and whatever, I mean, you're gonna have to do what you got to do, and most likely the reward's gonna come to you. And in terms of, you know, not just.
Can I be honest? Going back in my community, let me tell you something. I'll be honest, and it hurt my heart. That's why I always go back to my community where I grew up at. You got kids having kids. A lot of them don't know how to sit at the table and have dinner with each other. I mean, you got young boys selling drugs at 13 and 14 years old.
Still?
You got girls having kids at 15. Yeah. And so my thing is, how can you reach them? Because we got all these programs. And let me tell you something, those some smart kids. But when they go back home, they gotta go back home in that environment. Some of them, their mother be gone for 2 or 3 days. They gotta watch their brother and sister, and they can't even go to school. This is what we have to endure in the Black community. A lot of people don't want to talk about. I came up with a program in the summertime, a lunch program and a dinner program, because some of our babies wasn't eating lunch and eating dinner in the summertime.
Well, there's a couple of things, and I think Dante would agree with me when I say this.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them they're gonna have to hit their heads, and when they hit their head hard enough, they're gonna want to work. They're gonna want to put in the work, and they're scared straight, you know.
We had that. We started that program too. That saved a lot of young guys. Yeah,
there's different scare straight. I would not just the prison system, but take them to the morgue and show them all type of test results that.
Did that too upstate. Upstate ain't no joke. No more. Go ahead.
All that. Are you talking about in terms of like sexual transmitted diseases and everything?
No, we talk about everything with these kids. I mean, because upstate New York is worse than Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan. They sleep on upstate New York. Oh, they country. Let me tell you something. Where I lived at, they label us as the worst town in New York City. They call us capital murder 1. Where I grew up at.
I thought they were gentrifying everybody up there in New York.
To a certain extent, but not a lot of blacks. It's a lot of blacks up there that own business and stuff like that. And then you have a lot of advocates up there really help and stuff like that. That we don't live in the inner city, but we live in the town. We come back and still get jobs and help and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then a lot of us, like the project I grew up at, one thing I said about my project, a lot of us grew up really successful, with the grace of God, and a lot of them just left New York State. But the ones who stayed, we always give back. Mayors, senators, in office and stuff like that, open up their own business and stuff like that. So, yeah. So we really, a lot of us stayed, like I didn't stay where I lived, where I was growing up at, but I stayed like 10 minutes from it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in the outskirts, but I came in the inner city to do the work. And then I moved out of state or whatever.
That's my point.
So I don't never look down at nobody, because the end of the day is, when my mother left my father, we lived in a project. We didn't have to, but she did that because it went by your income, and she said, look, I got all the kids, I'm gonna do what I have to. You could live in that environment, but you don't have to have that mentality. We never had that mentality. So everybody would come to our house and my mother would feed them and different stuff like that. I would call it today.
Yeah, when they see that car, they see those nice clothes, they're gonna want to work. They're gonna want to work.
Yeah, they do. You do. And that's how I said, don't never look down. I don't never look down at nobody, because the end of the day is the person you look down at, you never know that person gonna help you one day. A lot of girls I look at them, they're nurses and doctors today. They got their own churches, their own business. Yeah. The girls I help in the community, I had a praise team and we had a reunion. A lot of them in the army, the nurses, the doctors, probably not doctor, but theology and churches and stuff like that. Yeah, they're successful. So the end of the day is, don't never look down at nobody.
Oh, but you ain't got no man to share it with.
I was married for 26 years.
You supposed to date no more.
Huh?
You're supposed to support that man's idea. And
when I was doing all that, my husband was right there giving me money and give back to the community, because my husband wasn't from the hood. He wasn't from the hood.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, his family had land and stuff, so he wasn't from the hood. It was church, and so he loved what I did. The community, he always, here, take the credit card, buy this and that, whatever. Yeah. So my husband never looked down at people.
I hope y'all get blessed with more. Who knows? God might bless you with another one. You never know. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to go ahead and cut this off.
It was a pleasure being on the panel with you guys.
Definitely. I'm glad you came back up, sis. It's nice talking with you. You need to share more of this.
I know.
Yes, my brother.
Bullshit. And Dante, you already know. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, we got to do this more often. We do.
Exactly. And I'm holding myself accountable. But
I'm drinking my wine. I'm feeling good. Cooking my Sunday dinner. It's like, oh God, we gotta talk about that.
Cook that water cornbread.
I ain't gonna do. I got macaroni cheese. I got my black peas. I got my collard greens. It's just me. So.
Oh, it's just you, okay?
Yeah, it's just me. Yeah. I had got me a little condo here.
Dante, go over there and get you some cornbread.
Yeah,
That sounds good right now, goddamn it.
Yeah. And that's why I gotta talk about that. I got about us women when we divorce, and it's something when you by yourself and you used to doing all that stuff. Yeah. I'm sitting here at my crystal cake glass, and there ain't no cake in it. I used to always have a cake on the table and everything.
Yeah, we
all right, brothers. It was a blessing being with you guys.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
You have a good one too. Work. Goddamn it. I'm drinking my damn self, so you gotta excuse me.
All right.
Yeah, excuse me.
That's all right.
You know how it is, brother.
Yes, sir. I had to come up here, Bob. With you a lot. I said, you know what? I got to come on the pen. I can't let them be on there by themselves. You know. Yeah.
I love it. I can talk my shit.
We gotta do this again. Okay, love you, brothers, and everybody in the chat. Mwah. Y'all have a blessed
All right
evening.
now.
Okay.
See you later. And we are having block issues, myself, brother. Oh, girl, you woman, you gonna call me later. I ain't worried about you. You gonna call me later. And this includes the We-On-Loc Nation channel, and there will be more content to come. There are going to be more videos to come. Thank you for support. I can't even get the words out of my mouth. Thank you for supporting your brother. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. And do not be afraid to become a member of the We-On-Loc Nation channel. Bye-bye. Thank you, Brad.